My name's Luke, and this is the limited time offer on Trials and Trebuchets. Welcome.
Buy one trebuchet, get one free.
Yeah,
There are many
Carla.
trebuchets in our warehouse, and we want to give them to you.
I love refrigerators.
I love trebuchets.
So a bit of a note from us, the cast. Everyone say hi.
Hi.
My name is Carla. Give me a holla. Bye-bye. Holla.
We're all here
Give me a
live
holla.
to tell
Leaves the
you
room.
in your ears, a lovely listener, person who has consumed and downloaded this audio file.
Why would you do that?
Thank you for doing that.
I love how
Don't
in each
question
one of
them,
these we're
Carla.
like, why are
Don't
you doing
question
this?
them.
I love them. I love each and every person who's ever clicked download. If that's one of you, if you are one of the people who's downloaded this and are listening to
Nice
it,
transition.
this
job.
episode is 100% thanks to the people who have supported us on Patreon. It's a genuine thank you to them, and we shared it with our general audience, even those who don't support us, because we thought it would be really fun. We had a lot of fun making it. It's a very fun episode. I don't want to color your expectations, but I liked it. And so if you want more stuff like this, like at the end of this, you go, wow, that was kind of fun, Luke. You were right. Then I would super support you heading on over to patreon.com/trialsandtrebs. And even just giving like $1 a month means quite a deal to us and enables us to make fun things like this, bonus episodes, or even just the main show, right? And I hope that you consider that. And even if you don't, I really hope you enjoy this episode. Thank you for listening to us and supporting us.
We love
Thank you so
all.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
I don't think we're saying bye yet, Ben.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Trials and Trebuchets. I am Luke, your game master, and today we're going to be doing something hopefully fun. We're going to be doing, welcome. Hi, you might have seen by the title that this is this is a bonus episode. Today we're going to be playing a game made by one of our lovely members of our audience, Rio, and it is called Trials and Trebuchets. You might recognize the name from somewhere else.
Hit TV show.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Hit TV show based on the hit TV show
Graphic
Trials
novel.
and Trebs. Yep, hit graphic novel Trials and Trebs. So this game is fairly simple, everybody. The entire premise is something in your life is inherently disrupting your stress-free living. It's making you upset. It's making you absolutely agitated to the point where you just have to fling it with a god dang trebuchet.
Love it.
The
Hell
only
yeah.
hang up on that one is that trebuchets, at least in this version that we will be playing today, if you at home can find this game and play it however you'd like. The way I think it was the funniest is if trebuchets are locked behind a large amount of bureaucracy.
I was hoping you would say that they're just plain legal. You can make any
And
other
so-
shooter, but not. trebuchet.
Well, yeah, if you don't go through the proper channels to validate in a fair trial your case for why something should be flung in a trebuchet, it's undoubtedly unlawful and you will go to jail for many years.
Damn.
But should you present your case properly, the intent of this game, and build your trebuchet to be proper and law-abiding, then you'll have no reason not to fling the object of your hatred into the stratosphere, or wherever you want to fling it, I suppose. So for the game, there's 2 stats, as most one-pagers have. One stat is trial, the other is trebuchet. So when something that comes up relating to your trebuchet skill, which is a very all-encompassing skill, you roll 2d6.
That is
Yes.
incorrect.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. You roll
1d6?
1d6. If it's something related to your talent, which everyone has rolled, there's an entire character creation section on the page here, which you can see if you go and find. If I don't know the exact URL where you can actually find this, and if someone could look that up while I read this rules, it would be cool. The link was probably in the description of this episode, so go find it there if you want to check out what everything's doing. So if you want to do something, you roll 1d6. If it's relevant to your talent, you can roll 2. If it's a trials roll, if you're rolling trials, you want it to be under or equal to your stat, which is at the moment set at 3. And if you roll trebuchet, you want it to be equal to or above, or just above. Sorry, not even equal to. Okay?
Shit.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so when you succeed in a trebuchet skill, or if you succeed in a legal thing, the stat line goes up. So the more successful you are, the harder things get. Conversely, when you get very frustrated, when you begin to fail, the stat line goes down to 0, or goes down rather, right? And so if the stat line reaches 1, then you all become too immensely frustrated. You cannot possibly carry on. You unlawfully discharge a trebuchet,
Yes.
and we will deal with the consequences.
You're going to jail, punk.
If life is going way too easy and you reach a 6 on your stat line, that's it. There's no frustrations in your life. You realize the greater being in the universe is not being angry at a thing that you can fling in a siege weapon. It's just living life, and you can go about and have a relaxing, peaceful existence.
Well, that sounds
All
nice.
that makes, yeah.
So there is a winning in this game.
The winning is getting to lawfully discharge a
Maybe the
trebuchet.
winning
Hell
was the
fucking
friends
yeah.
we made along the way.
Aw.
So I think that's pretty much it.
Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah. And without further ado, I guess we'll get into the actual lovely world
Oh,
now.
no.
Let's
Yay.
do it.
I'm
All right.
scared.
I'm worried.
It is a beautiful early morning in Petunia, Manitoba.
You're setting this in fucking Manitoba?
I wasn't ready for that, but I am now.
Damn.
Oh,
no
dear
wonder
God.
waffling
We're
shit.
not judging any Manitobans there. Oh well, to be fair, like if they lived in Manitoba, they already know. But
Honestly, I just wasn't expecting him to say
Throwing
Manitoba.
fucking shade at Manitoba.
hey, you
That's
know
my
what?
first note I'm going to take for this episode. We live in Manitoba.
My favorite thing about this is like no one in Canada listens to this show, so everyone's like, what the fuck is Manitoba even?
Hey.
Isn't a Manitoba one of those really big, like, sea animals?
Oh my gosh.
I'm just imagining like a commercial for a water park. The kind of outline of Manitoba in the water.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Okay. It's a beautiful little prairie town, this Petunia. Population, probably about 5,000 people. Trans-Canada Highway goes straight through it. You live in beautiful little pastel-colored houses with little white picket fences. It's a lovely community.
Mm.
However, underneath this facade is a large subterranean facility, which all of you work at. The Technology, Architecture, and Art Renaissance Productions campus, or TARP, as all of you are fond of calling it. Now, all of you work in miscellaneous departments, which we'll get into in a little bit, and work the third shift. So
Okay.
from, what would that be, midnight until 8
Ew.
in the morning, right?
Yuck.
It's a state-of-the-art facility that specializes in the production of new technology, of designing architecture, obviously,
And trebuchets.
and just art conservation and art history and just like art production as well. Yes. And so all of you work here under the guidance, under the supervision of your absolutely horrific boss, Neil, who he's just the absolute worst. He's just a big jerk. He makes you come in like when it's not when you're not scheduled. He makes you stay and do unpaid overtime. It's just absolutely
Unpaid?
the worst.
Where the hell is our union?
Mm-hmm.
Dick.
There's no union.
Yeah.
Why aren't we starting a
yeah.
We need
union?
to form a union.
That's on you. Neil has quickly stamped out any sort of union talks thus
Yeah.
far throughout the duration of
God.
the
Just
company.
boss
He's
is a
effective
union
at that.
buster?
Jesus.
We got a
Yeah.
trebuchet
I
this
want to
dude.
talk to his supervisor, his boss.
There's Neil has no boss. Neil's head honcho here at
shit.
TARP.
Oh,
Damn.
so we're in like the corporate center.
Correct.
Ew.
Oh shit.
And
This
the
is
most
what Dolly
important thing,
Parton warned us about.
Oh my gosh.
the most important thing about that you have to know about Neil is that they're a supercomputer that takes up about roughly a 20 square meter room. That's just like super cooled. They have a small little interface with like a face that they can speak to you. They have direct access to all the cameras and security information for the entirety of TARP's campus. And they can also just use the PA system whenever they want, which has proven to be the worst thing on earth. So, my first question is, because I have a goal that I want to set for all of us, in that I've prepared things. I have everything set and ideas in my mind, but I also recognize that all of you are 4 people and I am 1 person. So I would like to use your computing brain powder the same way Neil has many computation units. I would like to harvest your computation units to answer a couple questions for me.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you get in and out of the facility? Like, what kind of like commute system is this?
Well, it's
Trains.
a secret facility, so
It's a secret underground facility. Yes.
I'm imagining like there is some building or like a booth system that you go into, takes you underground, and then depending on how big the facility is, maybe to get to your section is like a bullet train, like a very short bullet train
Ooh.
kind of idea.
What if it's like
approve.
okay, what if it's like an open platform little tram? Do you know what I mean?
Like when you're leaving an airport, and they have like a little
Yeah.
mini one to get
Oh,
past
yeah.
terminals.
Those ones are kind of
I
cool.
like that.
Because I think bullet train cool, but if it like it's still very speedy, but with the design style of one of those little boxy industrial little trains is cool to me.
Well,
Okay.
at least there's a train.
There is
There's
a train. Yes.
We
Confirmed.
try so hard to get trains in here.
There's a train.
Okay.
Damn.
My second question, unless anyone else wants to have input on further methods of transportation within the facility.
Golf cart.
Okay, so my next question would be, what are the departments and what do they look like? So for my intention, like for me, the one that I came up with to give you guys like an example is, this is a technology, architecture, and art renaissance company. So it makes sense you wouldn't want to waste space, so you combine departments. For example, materials design and Baroque music department. So what other departments are there, folks? What major departments are there in this company? Other than, like, I'll start. What is human resources paired with?
Dollhead Centrum.
Oh god.
Jesus.
Excellent. Human resources and Dollhead Centrum.
Fun.
All right. What other?
Could-
Everyone, please give me one fun.
Maybe a restoration department, like
Ooh.
because it's like talking about like classic arts and that kind of stuff. Like there's a
Yes.
restoration area.
And what is a restoration combined with to save money and space?
Restoration and recreation.
See, that's a no-no because those are 2 of the same things. I would like the point of TARP is to create an interdisciplinary space
Okay.
for experts in many fields to work together.
Okay.
So what scientists work alongside these restoration artists?
I don't have a funny joke. I don't have nothing.
I'll think about it. Let's group
I
think
got
this
one.
one, please. Yeah.
What about Gothic architecture and commercial jingles?
Wow.
Okay. What goes with restoration?
I was thinking, like chocolate making, because imagine if you're restoring stuff and they're just working with liquids on the other side. Like that's
Call
the-
that a restaurant.
How about not chocolate making? How about chocolate optimization?
I was thinking like Willy Wonka-ish.
God.
You know, like they literally
Ooh.
have like a pool of chocolate
You
that they
really
can
want
dump
this pool of
restoration
chocolate.
stuff in.
Okay, I'm gonna write restoration and chocolate optimization, and then I'm gonna put in brackets Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do we have one more in us, or is this our limit?
I kind of had an idea, but it's kind of lame compared to everything else.
I don't
No,
care
do it,
at
Ben.
all.
Ben,
If you
do
say
it.
it out loud, we can
I was just
workshop it
thinking,
into
like,
the perfect idea.
like the advertising department combined with
Uh-huh.
like the physics lab.
marketing and what if it's like one of those really cool wind tunnels
A wind tunnel that's just
Oh my
marketing.
gosh.
where they test like aerodynamics?
Yep. that
What if the
works.
way you get there, like, have you guys ever seen mail get delivered in those like pneumatic tubes?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What about those but
Yes.
human sized?
Oh, like
Oh.
in Paddington.
Yes.
So
yeah, like the
efficient.
Geographers Guild, marketing and aerodynamics test chamber.
Hi, Paddington. If you're hearing this, I love you.
Paddington, you're the best. I think everyone here would die for you. I hope you're
And
having a
of
nice day
course-
making marmalade.
We will
I don't
have
know
the
what that is.
we will have the fruit preserves and pneumatics department.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. This is a lovely set of departments. So, to go from the top, we have materials design and Baroque music, human resources and dollhead centrum, restoration and chocolate optimization, gothic architecture and commercial jingles, marketing and aerodynamics test chamber, and fruit preserves and pneumatics
Jesus.
department.
What the fuck is this building?
That is
This
a
is the
lot.
best place in the world.
I didn't even write it down. I'm just like,
I got it.
perfect.
Okay. So, I guess finally, or not finally, I have a couple other little points here. What are your jobs here? Who are your characters?
Boy.
Let's start with Ben.
Oh no.
No, let's not start with Ben. Let's start with Carla.
Thank
And
God.
then
I
we'll
need
Ben.
time to think.
Ben needs time. Yeah. Carla, who's your character?
How detailed do you want this to be?
Give us
Because
their name, their
Okay.
traits that you rolled on the character creation, and then give
Okay.
us a little description of them and tell us their job. And
Oh, okay,
Feel
perfect.
free to be as creative
Description.
as possible.
Okay, description. Okay. Hi, my name is Apple Macintosh.
Oh my god.
I think Luke just did a spit take.
What?
Anyways, tech company. Do you wear
I am-
turtlenex? That would be fun.
I am a lactose intolerant engineer, gamer,
I love this.
and this is how I imagine myself to look like. I have glasses that are round and gold. I have bangs that go up to my
Eyebrows?
my eyebrow, and then I have a bob of a hair bob that is color brown. I'm a brunette, and I always wear. Okay, I almost just described what's her face, Vilma.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you literally did. All right,
Okay.
so
Wait,
Apple
I wear
Macintosh
turtlenecks,
is
and the turtlenecks are white because
Oh.
I'm
You're
the
anti-Velma.
yeah.
antithesis of you're anti
And-
Steve. All right, Sam, who's your character?
Oh wait.
Oh, sorry.
wait.
What's your job?
Job.
Yeah.
I'm an installation engineer.
Oh shit.
Now, what do you do as an installation engineer?
I install stuff.
So you're a technician?
Oh, well, I was thinking I install stuff on the computer.
Software engineer.
Okay, sure.
Software
Sounds like
engineer.
you work in the IT. So do you work in the IT department?
Yeah, I just
Cool.
install stuff. Like that's my only job.
Yes.
All right, Sam.
Do I have to do a voice?
You don't have to. No.
No.
For
Absolutely
the
not.
description, I will not do that.
Okay.
My character is, well, technically, he hasn't had his name changed in like the contract or anything.
That's fine. What are they comfortable being named though? That's the important part.
He goes by the name Bev. Last name is Reiner. Last name's still the same. He is a cryptid engineer gamer.
Nice.
And-
Oh my gosh.
There's a okay.
Look. I don't know how you set this. I don't know how it's set up for like how
It's
cryptid
great.
works, but
What kind of cryptid is he?
What kind of cryptid? Yeah.
I would say he's a werewolf.
Yes.
In his human form, he is like a really tall guy, and he has a really scraggly beard, and his hair is like
Yes.
it's shaved on one side and the hair kind of flops over on the other side. It's like really curly.
10 out of 10. Yes.
And he has a stud in his ear,
Hell yes.
and he
This is a new age company.
He had to like fight the system. And his job is he kind of, I was gonna say like he's an engineer, but instead of like he's like a repairman. So he like goes to the different sections when he has to like fix like a broken cog in like one of their machines, like that kind of stuff.
Sure. I'm gonna write you down as mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah.
What's up, everybody? Will Hutton, former Alpha Beta Beta Alpha.
Oh my god.
Will works in chocolate optimization. Yes. The thing about chocolate optimization is people fall in the chocolate river a lot, so it's pretty much his job to like make sure that that people are safe. If somebody falls in, he's got to pull them out, make sure people don't fall in, warn everybody. If somebody like is too close to a heat source, keep an eye on them. Just like generally try to ensure people's safety. He is an overworked, buffest around hugger.
Nice.
Is his trait.
That's wonderful.
He is a cool dude. Loves 7-layer dip. Looks like Channing Tatum.
Oh hell yes.
Yes.
Okay. What was his last name?
Hutton.
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 What's Bev's last name?
Reiner. Reiner.
Okay.
I love Attack on Titan.
Thank you.
Ben.
Oh boy.
Well, who's your character? What's their name? What are their adjectives? And then give us a description of their job.
My character's name is Larry.
Oh hell yes.
And for their descriptor, I have cryptid. I just tagged along. Cat mom. So they are basically a Loch Ness monster.
Oh my
A
gosh.
plesiosaur who rides around in like one of those Jurassic Park like bubble cars, except it's full with water. And he also has a pet catfish that's just in like a separate bowl inside his own bowl. He's got like a collar around like the mid part of his neck, and he's got a tie. He's got like a waterproof desk and a waterproof computer so that he can do his accounting duties because he is indeed an accountant.
Yes. Nothing to see here, just pushing the numbers.
Can we stop now? This is already really good.
All right, guys, thank you for listening to this episode of Literal Trials and Trebuchets. Remember to support us on Patreon and on Instagram and Twitter.
And so, as a collective group, please describe to me, how do you know each other? And what about Neil gets under your skin the most?
I help manage all these people's finances, so I kind of am familiar with everybody in the company, but these guys hang around me a lot, so I talk to them whenever I can, because it kind of gets lonely with just me and my catfish friend.
Aww.
What's your catfish's name?
Catfish.
Aww.
Nice.
But I heard he's actually a goldfish and he's just pretending.
Whoa.
A goldfish with like a cat
That is a
mask
long
on its face.
con.
So do any of you, the rest of you, have any special relationships with each other?
I mean, I travel everywhere to fix the machines, so I've bumped into them a couple of times while I'm doing my rounds.
Okay.
Same. Like that's
Same.
literally my job. I just
All right.
I'm like, hi, here's your computer. Let me do your stuff.
I need to
for
file
you.
a report to have my
install.
aquatic
I
vehicle repaired.
I bet Larry and Apple really like have a lot of rapport because Larry's computers fail so often because he's completely
It's
submerged
quote
in
unquote
24/7.
waterproof.
You pumped the plastic bag again, didn't you?
These dang claws.
I told
No.
you not to put it
No.
in the
He doesn't have
water.
claws. He just has those flippers.
Oh,
He tries to type.
Oh my
That's why.
gosh.
That's why the funds for the business is so out of whack because he just smacks the keyboard once and he's like, that number's close enough.
How large is Larry as a note? How large is this big
How large is the Loch
car?
Ness monster?
His big circle car. By the way, if you don't know what we're talking about, go watch Jurassic World.
If the
Anyways.
Jurassic World like orb vehicles can fit like 2 people in them,
Shit, now I have to watch.
I would
Jurassic
say
World.
it's like a little bit over twice the size.
Oh my god!
I mean,
Oh
just
my-
so it can
goodness.
fit Larry,
And all of his
Catfish, and all of
workspace.
his fucking accounting equipment.
All the papers.
Okay.
How
wet.
tall is this frigging basement built?
It's big.
Like
it's
building?
like really open space, open concept, you know?
Okay, so like you could probably fit like 5 floors underground.
It's really
but
it's
just
really
one
hard to
floor.
get a job when you can't actually get into your workplace.
Do you just live there?
No.
Okay. So, and what upsets all of you the most about Neil, please?
Individually?
Sure.
He won't put a fence around the chocolate pit. I've been asking Neil so much. People keep falling in the chocolate pit, and then I have to get them out of the chocolate pit. And it's a whole thing.
Do you have like a giant?
Why won't you
net?
just put a
Yep.
fence around it?
Like-
It's a workplace safety violation.
Yep.
They don't give a
Do you have a
fuck.
giant like pool net to get people out of the chocolate, or
Oh, that would be excellent.
Absolutely.
The water quality kind of sucks.
there's no filter?
Yep.
No, I've asked to
just-
see if I
yeah.
could get a filter installed on my orb, and he just doesn't. It's a simple request.
Okay. Okay.
As for me, whenever I go on computers, Neil wants to mess up with me and keeps on putting pop-ups.
Oh.
Send you a message
What?
like, "Hey, look at this funny cat video." Then he comes in like, "Hey, I heard you watched a funny cat video while you were at work."
And then he installs a cat.
No,
then he
literally
installs
while
a cat
I'm
virus.
while I'm typing up in the computer and installing stuff, there will be like pop-ups, and then I will stop the buffering period for my installation, so then I'll have to work all over it again. He just hates me.
And now, Bev, why do you hate Neil?
I would say Bev hates Neil because of the fact that he will be called like across the entire like he's on one side of the facility, right? And he gets called to the other side of the facility, but there are other people closer to that section than Bev who do the same job. And why am I being called to the other side of this facility?
It's like 2 hours to get there.
It takes 2 hours, and then by the time I get there, they called someone else in to do it because it took
Oh
so
my
long.
Oh,
And I'm just
God.
like,
Oh,
guys, you know
complaint
it's not
ticket
my
is filed
fault,
against
right?
you. Oh, excellent.
As soon as you walk in, hello, Bev. Can we please get you to this?
The second I walk in at the beginning of the day, they're just like, "Hey, can you go to the other side of the building?" Sure. Get there. Oh yeah, it's already fixed. We need you on the other side of the building again.
Unfortunate. So, as I already said, you all work third shift. So it's probably about, golly, the sun has come up at this point. So I would say it's past 5 in the morning. It's late, shift's almost over. You're getting your work done. Only 6 people have fallen in the chocolate pit.
Only
It's a
6?
good night. And so at a certain point throughout the night this morning, you will hear from the PA system a sound that is not infrequent because the PA system probably boots on every like 10 minutes for Neil to say some bullshit. You just hear an announcement that comes out and says, "Would Apple Macintosh, Bev Reiner, Will Hutton, and Larry please report to Neil's office effective immediately? If you're not here within 10 minutes, I will be writing you up. Thank you."
Okay.
And so you can all, from your various, so this is a very sprawling facility, but by the fact that it uses little bullet trams to get around, I think that's kind of obvious. And it's very difficult to get from the extremities where all of you work to the interior in less than 10 minutes. So obviously you all take like 25, 30 minutes to get there and are obviously going to get written up. And so it's this very large, large open spaces. The interiors, it's very cold. This is where like all of the like little tubes that you can come down on from the surface are. So like you will come down at like this core area and then take trams out to whatever department you work in. And so all of you assemble here outside of this lovely giant 18-foot steel door that just has a little name plaque on the side that says Neil's office. And by the way, Neil spelled N-E-I-E-L, all caps. And so as you're sitting there for a few moments, a single like automated secretary, that's like, it's a television that's sat on a desk, like as if a person was going to work here, but it's just a television that has like a face on it, like a smiley face that just goes, "Neil will be with you in 5 minutes. Please wait and there's a bunch of chairs for you to sit down
I would love to sit down. Yes.
and wait if you would.
I just
so
ran
please.
here.
I would also love to sit down, but I can't.
You could like rest at the bottom of your bowl.
I guess.
You sit here for a few moments. The 5 minutes. It's very quiet, with little white noise being pumped in so that people can like concentrate a bit better. But it's kind of just more distracting than easy to concentrate because it's a bit too loud. So you sit here for a few moments, and then eventually you hear the cacophonous noise of this giant bay door into Neil's office opening, and almost like it's like garage door style where it's like panels lifting up from the ground and like slowly curling back, except it's like probably like at least a good meter thick of just steel.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just like this immense door, so it's just being like cha-chunk, 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 lifted up with this heavy industrial sounds. And you can hear and you hear this sounds of someone crying, and you see probably like a middle-aged fellow. He has orangish blonde hair and has like a little goatee. He's wearing like a green shirt with like khakis, and he's like holding a clipboard, and he's like walking out crying, surrounded by, of course, like condensed mist because it's so cold in that room that as soon as that air gets outside, it just like turns to vapor. But he's just walking out crying, almost bawling, like has a very defeated posture. Would any of you guys recognize this? I think it's not Will. I think Apple and Bev, you would recognize this is Mr. Brondy, who's the head of the materials design.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Brondy, why are you crying?
Yeah, is everything okay?
Oh boy.
He's like, I just got let go.
Oh no, what about your 3 little babies?
I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna. And my wife, she just passed away. Only 2 weeks passed, and I don't know how we're gonna make it. I have a little bit of an emergency fund built up, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know what I did wrong.
Well, Mr. Brondy, let me give you my card. Or wait, you don't need my card. You have my number. If you need any help, just contact me, okay? Okay, yeah. Okay.
And he kind of defeatedly walks away, holding his clipboard, looking eyes filled with tears, just like whimpering, defeated, a husk of a man. And you will hear a voice from within say, would you all be able to make your way into my office, please, before all my coolant leaks out? It's very costly, and we can't afford to be wasting such company resources because you feel like dilly-dallying.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Okay. So you can all enter. The door, cha-chunk, 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 closes very quickly behind you. And so this room is it's very immense. It's very cold, like probably in the around -20 Celsius. And it's lit by like these light blue like floor lights. So it's like, of course, the coolest floor lighting on Earth. And there's just this giant cube in the center of the room that's like 20 meters by 20 meters and has a small little like LCD screen on the front, probably only like a 15-inch LCD screen with just it's almost like an emoji face, like an ASCII emoji face of like a period, an underscore, and then a period.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, like in
Karen, is that you?
SpongeBob.
Sure. Sure. Is that a thing? Did I steal from SpongeBob? Sure.
Isn't
Yeah.
isn't Plankton's wife?
Yeah, Karen.
Oh,
love this.
Yeah.
Robot wife.
Damn.
Maybe if
Okay.
Neil had a robot wife, it wouldn't be such a bitch.
Oh.
So as you walk in through this very cool room, both physically cool and in my imagination pretty swell and neat. And there's a line of like it's like bright fluorescent fluorescent like yellow tape that's just been like added after this room was designed on the floor, almost like, you know, in like a gymnasium in middle school, how there's like all the lines painted on the ground. It's almost like someone came in after the fact and just laid this down as a line for which you all to stand on when Neil is addressing you. So you can all line up on this line, and Neil will say, well, welcome everyone. So I know that you come from assorted departments and have no real business working together. But I this was just the most efficient usage of the company time that I could calculate. Therefore, I wanted to inform the four of you that we have let go of 75% of our workforce this evening, and therefore we'll need you four and many others to work for the next 24 to 48 to 72 to 116 hours straight, just to be able to accommodate these losses in personnel. We of course won't be compensating you because that is not in your contracts whatsoever. But I just want this to be made aware before you attempt to leave and find that you are not permitted with your your key cards to actually exit the facilities. Do you have any questions?
What?
Oh, wonderful. Have a wonderful working period. Have a great day and night and day and night and day and night.
But I have my medicine is at home and I have to take it, or else there will be setbacks.
I can contact someone to enter your home and retrieve said things for you. Breaking and entering. It's been done already. They'll be here in 2 hours. Have a great day and night and day and night.
So when are our breaks gonna be? Like, how frequent are we talking?
The typical schedule, none.
But you know we gotta eat and sleep and stuff, because we're robots.
This was not thought through in my computations. For this, I apologize. I will deduct 7 hours total for consumption over the next 3 weeks. Please divide this as you see fit. I believe in your ability to schedule your own time efficiently. Thank you.
Oh, Neil? Neil.
Yes.
Neil.
Yes.
Can you please make sure that there's cereal for food?
I have just contacted the person who is retrieving Reiner's items to pick up some Cinnamon Toast Crunch from the grocery store.
Well, don't forget the milk.
They are now retrieving cows.
I know we're not usually allowed to. Can I text my girlfriend to feed our cat for the next 3 weeks?
Phones are explicitly banned from the premises. This is very clear in the employee handbook. You all know that there's no employee handbook.
Yep.
Have a great working period. I hope that your labors are fruitful for me. Farewell.
Okay. Bye.
You hear the door open behind you. Cha-chunk, 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 cha-chunk. And you may exit.
I'm going to whisper to everyone, oh my gosh, what a dick.
There's no way.
You know, when I saw that guy, I thought we were
Remove
going to
the-
get fired. And then I was relieved when we weren't getting fired. I almost wish we got fired. What is this?
Wait, are we allowed to say dick in the here?
Is there rules against insulting
we've said a
your
lot
boss?
of worse words.
Just unprompted? No, but if you you can't just sit here and go dick, dick, dick. That's kind of weird, yeah. But if you want to go he's a big dick, he's an absolute dick, yeah, sure, give her.
It's probably going to take me twice.
It's not like we're gonna
as long
get
to do all
it's
my
not like we're
work
gonna get
because of my flippers.
nope. It's not like we're gonna get a note from our network to be hey, knock it off.
No swearing.
Only one cuss word.
Yeah, but then how will we ever get into a Trolls movie now?
Well, there go our hopes and dreams.
Yep.
Oh, what a shame.
I don't know.
I'll remind you that the game is called Trials and Trebuchets. Please let this inform your further decisions.
I'm a trebuchet. Bye.
I have decided to
myself
quit
out of
my
the
job
building.
and live my dream to become a trebuchet.
I am so tired of him.
Ugh, me too. And he's not even gonna pay us?
I mean, that's honestly nothing new compared
You're right.
to yeah.
And the key cards, we can't like even just leave because it won't let us out.
What? Never mind.
And
What were
at
you
this
gonna say?
point, you walk by the Trebuchet permitting office, which is closed for the moment, but opens again in a few hours. And you take a long pause to stand here in front of this office and just think it through. Think through your further actions. Think through what possible courses of action you might have against Neil.
If only there was a way that we could get rid of Neil. The answer could be anywhere around us, and we may never know.
If only we knew how to get. If only we had enough strength to just throw something at him and just like break him.
Oh man.
Wait, you mean a slingshot?
That's like a giant slingshot, you know what I mean?
Like a catapult.
something like a catapult.
But
That
there's no
sounds
catapults
dangerous.
Here.
We don't make catapults here. We don't.
You know, I heard once that one of my alpha beta alpha bros hated his professor so much, he went to law school and got a trebuchet permit just to fling his professor.
Yeah, but
Prof didn't even recognize him after, but he got his revenge.
we can't leave the facility though, and we can't contact anyone on the outside.
A shiny light shines against the gleaming glass plate of the Trebuchet permitting office, closed until 8 p.m. or noon, actually. Open only in 7 hours. It's the nameplate. Patrice Thimble, permitting officer for Trebuchets on TARP premises, as officiated by the Canadian federal government, shines brightly in this fluorescent underground light.
Well, I'm gonna go back to work.
Maybe we should go back to work for a little bit, as to not bring up any suspicion. I'm sure an answer will come eventually.
Like a sign from above.
Or maybe a sign from like right behind us.
Slightly to our right.
30 degrees to our right.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I hope
well.
there's no one behind us.
I want to put this shitty job behind us.
At this
Speaking
point,
of behind us, turns around. Oh, hey, look.
Oh, it's just the
turn around
janitor.
and see the glowing, gleaming sign. Trebuchet permitting office with a small note posted beneath. Please have a full case prepared before proposing a permit to be declared for lawful trebuchet discharge. Incomplete cases will not be granted permits.
We have to build a case.
Do you guys know anything about this? A full case?
I don't know, that note seemed just to appear out of nowhere.
And like that, it blows away in the wind.
A full case? Maybe the attaché department?
What?
For what?
A case.
Wait, guys, what if, hear me out. He said that we can schedule our breaks whenever. That thing opens in a couple of hours.
7 hours, and you have 7
7
hours
hours.
exactly of break time. Crazy.
No, here's my thought. What if we, like, work, in quotation marks, and we find all of, like, the inhumane stuff around the building that Neil has, like, no fence around the chocolate area.
He
Sending
doesn't.
people to unfair locations when there are other people.
Doesn't supply
And then
enough
we-
waterproof materials for me to work in my tank.
And what if we put all those together and then build a case against our boss?
So we're serious about this? We want to fling Neil?
I want to go home and feed my cat.
You see
That's-
a
What,
small,
what gave you
another
the
small
idea to
note.
fling Neil out of a trebuchet?
I don't know. It was like this voice spoke to me from above.
Larry, as you're all standing there, Larry, a note in this fucking underground wind, probably because they're testing something in the aerodynamics test chamber and it's sucking, creating like a low pressure center over there, and it just sucks all that paper everywhere. And just a note comes flying off of someone nearby's desk and slams into like sticks to the front of your like little bubble, and you can read that it says, reminder, please have all trebuchet materials assembled prior to proposal of trebuchet permit approval. And then it goes and blows away into the wind, off into the dark abyss beneath the train tracks.
Jesus Christ.
So
Where the hell are
we?
we?
Need to build a case, and we need to build a trebuchet. So build a case. We talk to other people. We get like evidence of all the crap that Neil's done, and we build it out of all the materials.
Build it.
In the place, and then we fling this motherfucker.
And in building a trebuchet, I know how to get materials to make that stuff, and we can fling stuff
Love
after
that.
we get the proper permit, of course.
You know what would be really funny? Every time we ask someone of like a bad thing that Neil did to them, we can ask them if there's anything they want to be thrown at him.
What is your preferred material to be tossed at your boss?
No, what if we get them to give us something to then either build the trebuchet or then fling
That's
at
smart.
the guy?
2 birds,
This is a
1
collective
stone.
effort.
Okay.
Exactly.
So,
Like the union, he wouldn't let us start.
Yeah. Then he made us work for 24 hours. It wasn't fun.
you all have plan to assemble a case.
We do have plan.
And
Yes.
then also build the trebuchet.
I hope
at the
more
same
papers
time.
randomly blow onto things that we can read so that help us
Very
along the way.
convenient.
GM tip: if your players aren't doing stuff, throw papers at them.
That works in real
Like
life,
balled
too.
up papers to make us go in a certain direction.
So, what is all of your plan? Are y'all gonna split up? Because it sounded like you have two very efficient teams of engineers and non-engineers, or are y'all sticking together and gonna work on this as a collective? You only have 7 hours, but if you divide, that's like 28 whole hours, or
I mean-
just 14 if you're in 2 pairs.
I mean, Larry, you're going around the entire building anyway to like get information on like
I'm
how
an efficient
pay has to go in
multitasker. While I go
finances.
around, I'll just check some records that I have on my computer because I'm very good at keeping records.
But
The
like
2 of
since
us
you're going
maybe
around,
could get testimonies, and those 2 smart engineer people could get materials.
Mm.
oh, I'm smart.
I mean, I think so.
I think you're smart.
Do computer shit.
So, in that case, team engineer.
No, Tim Gear,
All right, I'm gonna scratch that out and write Tim Gear.
Team Gearheads.
but it's spelled Geer.
Shouldn't it be Tim Gear then? I'll write Tim Gear because. All right, Tim Gear and team testimony.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you had an alternative title such as suggest.
Team Money.
All right, P
Oh,
Money.
hell
Team
yeah.
money.
We need funding for this trebuchet, guys.
Okay.
We're called Team Testimony because when you put us to the test, we get money.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna scratch out again and just write test of money.
Test of money.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, it's Tim Gear and testimony. Where are you both going specifically? We already have the departments. If you'd like me to list them again, we can. But
Got him. What's
what
nearby?
you're in the hub, so you can get anywhere at all.
Hmm.
Okay.
Everywhere is equidistant. You're at you're literally standing at the tram station right now. It's very annoying that the trebuchet permitting office is literally built on the platform of the bullet tram, but that's how it is.
Yeah.
Strange.
It was kind of like an afterthought. So, where's Tim Gear going?
Should we go together everywhere, or should we part ways and look for stuff from different sides of the building?
I think we have to figure out a list of what we need to get the trebuchet ready first.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, you're more organized.
Okay.
Oh man, if only an instruction booklet of how to make a trebuchet blew by.
That would probably be in. I don't know if that would be in materials design. That might be. Let's make a new department that's called databases.
Databases.
and databases and date desserts.
Oh, nice.
Date dessert.
I was gonna suggest squishies.
And squishies.
Yes.
Databases and date desserts and squishies. So that department is where you'd probably want to go if you wanted to look for plans on trebuchets. That's what I would recommend.
Let's go there.
Okay. So Tim Gear is off to databases, date desserts, and squishies department. Testimony. Where are the two of you headed off to? Where's you're gonna
Larry, you go around a lot. You talk to everybody. Where do you think people are the most pissed off?
Well, I would think a lot of people send in their complaints to HR.
That's
So
good.
maybe HR would be a good
everything.
start.
HR and Dollhead Centrum.
Let's do it.
That place kind of creeps me out, though.
It's like everyone's staring at you.
What do they do with the doll bodies? There's no doll body
I
department.
don't know.
It's creepy.
But
Let's
They
get
have
some
they have to outsource for
testimonies
that.
out of
but sometimes one of the
Yeah, that's in the Saskatchewan
one of
branch.
the HR reps has a doll head that they just wear sometimes, and it scares the hell out of me.
What's their name?
Pardon?
Dolly.
That's really on the
No.
nose.
Dolly Parton, how'd you get here?
Working 9 to 9 to 9 to 9 to 9.
Dolly Stardom is their name.
Oh, Dolly Starden. I already
there
wrote
we
Dolly
go.
Darton.
I'm pretty sure this is copyrighted. Love
9
you,
to 5
Dolly.
doesn't exist. Not here.
Okay. So you two hop on the bullet tram over to the HR and Dollhead Centrum, and then Tim Gear gets on the databases and date desserts and squishies department. So you travel each a fair distance, probably like 15 or so minutes on this tram. Quiet music is happening the entire time you're on the tram. You can hear some announcements that Neil is continuing to make, where every couple moments he'll just come on the line and say, "Tim Sheffield, you've been fired."
Imagine getting fired over a fucking intercom.
Not Shuffle, are you serious?
"Angela, today, you've been fired."
On a day
Oh
like
no,
today.
"Langley Afterthought, you've been fired."
Oh no, not Afterthought. He was
And
like
this
my
goes-
best friend.
Oh, they remembered him.
And this goes on for some time. There's 75% of the companies looking let go. They got to get through these. You know, you can't just sit everyone down and give them a actual legal thing that's like a what's it called? A package, a firing. What's it called?
No,
when you
that would be way too
termination
timely,
package?
right?
Severance package. You can't sit down and like severance package everyone. HR is busy. They're taking complaints.
Is there an auditorium area for people to just be dragged to for meetings?
Probably. There's probably one in every department. Yeah.
Eh.
And then like there's a projector where Neil just shows up on the projector.
It's like the kitchen / auditorium department.
Yeah. Yep.
Auditoriums and sponsorships.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I'm believing that. So you arrive, Bev and Apple, in the databases and date desserts and squishies department. You get off of the train or the tram and immediately sink into the ground a few inches due to the squishy nature of the floor. I'm not sure what a squishy is, so I'm just
Okay.
running with what I
Do you
think
want me
a
to
squishy
explain
is.
what a squishy is?
No, I prefer this.
Okay.
You immediately sink into the very soft, squishy ground. The walls are covered in this material that's just very like, it has a lot of give to it, you know? Everything looks like, it's like one of those movie sets where everything's made of foam. Anyways, there's also large server racks here and an access computer, and that's it. If you'd like to approach this large computer and try to search for trebuchet materials or trebuchet plans for which you can do something with, please roll trebuchet.
Oh,
I'm gonna
first
do
roll.
this in incognito.
So you need to roll a 3 or above.
Wait, is it just Bev or me too?
There's
Let's
2
see.
terminals. Both of you roll.
Okay.
It's like a 2-person activation. Not like you need 2 people at least, or else the computer does not work.
I got a 3.
You have to like swipe your key card on this. It's like immense. A 3.
I got 5.
Interesting. If that's the case, got a 3. So it says here, I'm gonna cut this, so let's just adjudicate this very quickly. It says when the outcome's in doubt, roll 1d6. To succeed on a trials roll, you want to roll equal to or under the stat line. On a trebuchet roll, you want to roll over it. Do we want to just make it so that it's also equal to or over it?
Well, one of them needs to be equal to, right? Would it be the lower or the higher?
Why not both? I think.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah. So we're gonna adjudicate. I'm gonna rule that you just have to roll equal to or above/below depending on the stat. So for Trebs, you have to roll equal to or above. Trials equal to or below. Because yeah.
Okay.
So
sounds good.
Bev, you rolled a 3, and Apple, you rolled a 5.
Yeah.
In that case, both of your stat lines increase to 4 because you have succeeded. Both of you swipe your key cards at the exact same time. The computers boot online and say, it just shows like the loading screen and then displays your usernames. You type in your passwords and hit enter at the exact same time, coordinated. It's a very clickety-clackety keyboard. It's very fun to use. This giant machine sounds, however, like a jet engine starting up when the fans come online. And there's just like these giant racks of just like servers with like data stored on them. And so you're brought to a very Google adjacent search engine, which is not the type of typical thing for databases, and you simultaneously type in trebuchet.
It's called Doodle.
Trebuchet blueprints.
Okay, both of you simultaneously, meticulously type in trebuchet blueprints with synchronized key presses.
It is important to know how synchronized we
Yes,
are.
you then hit enter. We hear a simultaneous click from 2 buttons at the same time, and then you hear what sounds like a machine's about to fucking explode as it searches through all these hard drives looking for anything related to trebuchets.
Oh my gosh.
And you are returned 2 database entries. One of them is just research and development for TARP trebuchet, and then the second one is capital TREB, and that's a locked database.
What is a TARP trebuchet?
That's probably the trebuchets that are being built at the main hub.
Do you think that's enough to kill Neil?
Jeez.
I mean, I don't want to sound like that kind of person, but can we really kill a robot?
If we short circuit him.
I guess then it comes the whole philosophy of, do computers have souls? I
Oh
don't
my
want to get
gosh.
into this.
Bad thoughts, bad thoughts, bad
Okay.
thoughts, get out of my head.
So,
Just hurt him.
do you
don't kill him.
have... So, I see one of these things are locked. Do you have a way to get in there, or...
Let me try my prowess. Is that the right word?
Yeah, you used it confidently, so sure.
Well, while you do that, I'm gonna look at the other
Database entry.
I'm
Just
guessing
that
this would be a
sword.
trebuchet as well.
Thank you, mysterious voice.
Or
yeah, it would
Is
be
my
a
roll
it
is my
would-
roll earlier good?
It would be a trebuchet, yes.
Damn, okay.
And would your talent apply to this? I wonder. No, it wouldn't.
My
'Cause
talent is finding crafting materials.
Finding crafting
well,
materials.
finding crafting materials. But
Yeah.
would you say that a blueprint is a crafting material?
It is, but unfortunately, you didn't call it out at the time. So sorry.
Hey, I just did.
But this is trying to get into it. You don't know if there's crafting. There's blueprints in here. This is just an unlabeled, it's labeled Treb, but this is just a document. You don't even know what it is.
Cool, whatever.
You're just trying to hack into the system, girl.
Hacker.
I got a 3.
A 3. So you unfortunately fail. You type in something and hit enter. You type for like 5 seconds and just key mash as they do in the movies to hack, and then
Yes.
hit enter. And you're like, oh, I'm in. And then it loads for half a second, and you see like the top title of the file load, and you see just like Treb, TREB in all caps, and then you see a large X show up on the screen, and hear a and then it stops, and the computer shuts down.
I think I just made a boo-boo.
While that's happening, though, because Bev, you were also simultaneously attempting to do something, you managed to open. You can't see the exact you can't see the specifics, but you do see that there are 4 components that you need to assemble for a complete trebuchet.
Okay.
That is the base, the arm, the weight, and the release.
Okay.
And then at that point, Apple fucks it all up and causes the system to shut down and lock down, and the alarm starts going off. By the way, lower your stat line back down to 3, Carla.
Yes.
So you know what you need, but you don't have exact blueprints.
Maybe if I look at the, like, is it like a big glass area to look into, like, the trebuchets department? Like, could I get an idea of what I need from that?
There's no trebuchets department, so
no,
you're just standing here at this large, like, it's a very small computer screen in front of you with like a little keyboard attached to it, like one of those very old computers. Imagine, do you know like when they first made computers and computers took up like entire rooms?
Oh yeah.
Imagine a computer like that with like a very tiny like CRT screen, and you're like typing on it, and then all of it like, and they're side by side, and it just has like a list of things you need, and then right before all the details load of like, this is like the mechanical properties of the materials you should use, it just like shuts down because Apple locked you both out of the system.
Apple.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry I got upset. Okay. So, I know the general idea of what we need, and I think from there we can figure this out. We're two smart people.
Yeah.
We got this.
So, materials design.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can get back on your bullet tram and head on over to materials design to the sound of more people being fired in the loudspeaker.
Oh yeah, give us some more names.
Oh my gosh. Ted Faraway, you've been fired.
Oh.
Jack Apple, you've been fired. No relation to Apple.
Applejack, no.
Is that another Patreon character?
Oh, this would be the perfect time. No. And you can make your way. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, I completely forgot about an entire section of this. As you're standing there, you smell, there's just like a little food cart nearby that has just a bunch of little date pies and little date squares on it, and it smells absolutely delightful.
Is there no one else in the room? Is it just the cart?
It's just the cart.
That's so ominous.
No one else is there, and they're like fresh. Like in the last 5 minutes, they got made. Like since you got here, they showed up on like a little ledge, so you can grab some of those on the way out. Meanwhile, at the where were you? HR and Dollhead
HR and
Centrum.
Dollheads.
Okay, you get off.
Hashtag team tested money.
You get off of the bullet tram onto a small platform. Like everywhere else, the ceiling is very high. It's very open. This is the most like dreary office style section of the entire building. It has like those like the drop ceiling with like the acoustic, like the perforated white panels to prevent like echo. It has like cubicles set up. It has like really just that gray, really uncomfy looking carpet that's just like, oh, that's kind of lame. And it has like little plaster walls set up. And on the plaster walls, they're just nailed straight through the forehead to the wall, just doll heads.
Oh.
And like some of them just have like their hair cut off. Some of them have like their like it's just, some of them have their mouth sewn shut. Some of them are just like
welcome to the voodoo
perfectly
section.
pristine doll heads that are in like little glass frames hung up on the wall. It's an assorted bag of very terrifying, but also, oh, that's a normal doll head. But the abundance of doll heads makes this very uncomfortable to be here.
I don't like this. Oh.
Do I have a name?
Do you have a name?
My name is Nobody.
Okay, that's fine. So you both walk up to the only person that works in the HR department on third shift who has not yet been fired. You see assorted people from the HR department, like just like crying and packing up their things in boxes to like leave. And you walk up to the only person who seems to be working, who has a little placard on their desk, and it reads,
Ummerston.
It reads Umter Florpson.
Umter Flurpson?
Tell me if I'm spelling this right. UMPTERDLURPSON?
Yes. Oomter Glorps?
Wow,
How'd you
that
do
was
exactly
surprisingly
right?
intuitive.
Oomplord- I.
Oh, this is good shit.
Do you know
And
how
they-
hard it is to keep track of his taxes?
And they'll be sitting there, just like with like a probably like, I would say 75% of their desk covered in paperwork and just stacks of looks like termination contracts. And like they're wearing their glasses, and like they have this they have like a widow's peak and like short black hair with like some gray near the temples, and like they're just like wearing tiny glasses on the end of their very long pointed nose, and they're gonna look up at you and go, what can I do for you?
Hey, Oomter, how's it going?
It's going great. What can I, as the sole representative of the HR department, do for you today? This great morning that we're having here at TARP. I'm a bit swamped. So,
did you say only representative?
Currently, yes, I'm the only representative here at the Human Resources and Dollhead Centrum. Unfortunately, Dolly should be coming in a few moments, but until then, it's just me.
Did they lay off everybody else?
Everyone else has been terminated. Yes, they've been deemed unnecessary baggage humans and have been let go.
That's a little
Oomster.
rude.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Do you hate your job?
What a straightforward question.
Roll trials.
Okay. That's a 4?
A 4, so you needed to roll 3 under, so you have failed.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So lower your stat line by 1.
Oh, no.
Got it.
So, Oomter will take their glasses off and sit up in their chair and go, well, I would never say such a thing about this lovely employment opportunity here at TARP, to speak so unkindly of one's place of employment. While still employed, I'll make note, Mr. Hutton, you are still employed here, and you should respect the employee's handbook on not speaking out against the company while on company grounds, company time, employed by the company, or in the general vicinity of Neil's auditory monitoring devices. And he points at one on the wall, which is just shaped like an ear, and he goes, like that one.
Auditory monitoring. Okay. I wasn't speaking out. Actually, it was a test for you because we just got back from a meeting for Neil, and Neil wanted us to do some work, and that includes collecting the complaints that are void and making sure that there are no more problems with all the people that are being fired.
You seem to be really busy here too, Oomter. How many complaints have you actually gotten in the last 10 minutes?
Formal complaints or informal complaints?
Any?
I have numerous informal complaints, although they can't properly be registered through the appropriate channels, so those won't be processed. But I still have 2 currently yet unprocessed formal complaints that I will get to as soon as I finish this termination paperwork.
Is it possible that you could email me 2 copies of those? Because I still have a lot of accounting work to do, and I want to make sure that I get everybody's accounts in the right order.
Ooh, that's a great point. I say as Luke. That's an amazing argument, Ben. That's good. Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm just shocked at how good that was.
Okay.
Roll 2. Ooh. Don't roll 2d6.
Okay.
Just we won't roll for this. That was good. That was a convincing argument. You convinced me, and I'm Oomter, so fuck. He'll look up at you and go, "Oh, that's a really good argument, Larry. What's your email address again?" And he opens pulls out a very old laptop and sets it on top of all of these papers and opens the laptop and like types in his password, which is probably 20 some characters long due to security requirements set by the IT department.
Yeah.
And then is going to open up his email application, probably like Outlook. And he's going to say, what's your email again, Larry? I don't seem to have you in my recent contacts.
It's Plesiosaur Accounting.
Counting.
At no
dot
ac
ac
dot bl dot
dot
com
.ca.
.ca.
And he goes, all right, files should be sent. Let me know if you got them. And then he just sits there quietly for a few moments.
I now just realized that I could have made this an acronym, but accidentally. It was just like no accounting bullshit. I'll wait for a couple of minutes in front of my computer until I hear like a ding.
You all sit there, and he goes like, network speeds aren't really good, but they should probably improve, right?
That was another one of my complaints. The Wi-Fi gets interrupted by all the water around here. It's not great.
Oh. Would you like to lodge a formal complaint?
I might do that later, but for now, this is fine.
Wonderful. So how are your days? Good?
Very good.
That's good to hear. No one drowned or anything?
No one drowned.
Great.
No one yet.
That's great. No. Okay.
Didn't even have to use the pool net so far.
That's great news. And then you hear blink, and you have received email notification.
Excellent.
Larry. So one of them is from like 6 years ago.
Oh.
Filed by Annie Violets. The other one is from 22 minutes ago, filed by Alfie Brondy.
Okay.
So, what would you like to investigate these? Whose would you like to look? What email or what complaint would you like to look at first?
I'd probably go with the more recent one.
Okay,
because that I feel like that's more fitting to our current predicament.
Mr. Brondy, former head of materials and design and Baroque music department, currently terminated. This is just like the status at the top of the report. Currently terminated. The comment seems to be that Brondy has a reason to believe that he was let go for doing his full intentional job of investigating R&D funds. Like, he was searching why R&D funds were being channeled into some weird project called TREB that he did not have access to. He also thinks that due to the recent death of his wife and birth of his 3 daughters, that this was completely unethical and that he deserves lots of compensation.
Harsh.
Is he still in the building? We saw him wandering away crying a little while ago.
He did. He's probably cleaning out his office.
We better find him.
Probably go see him.
Yep.
And if you want, do you want to look at the other older?
Yeah, I might as well do that too. This
one is filed as from Annie Violets. However, in the information section, it says former Niels Tech. And it says that it is filed not by Annie Violets, but by the living family of Annie Violets.
Ooh.
Oh.
And the complaint is that their daughter went missing under suspicious or just mysterious circumstances and never returned home from work one day.
Okay, so former Neil Tech, 6 years ago, still currently missing. Never came home from work. I have big mighty suspicions about this one. This could really...
Do you think that might have something to do with the secret TREB thing too?
I don't know about that. The issues kind of seem too different from each other, but...
Maybe. But it's secretive enough that if we have the time, might be worth looking into.
Mm-hmm. That might be...
We gotta rush it. We gotta crush it.
Our one
we gotta
trump
slush
card.
it.
If the event calls for it.
Let's hope. Let's find old Brondy, hey?
Let's go find him.
Okay.
Are you okay, Luke?
I'm good, yeah. I'm just very happy with what Sarah has just said and spoken into the existence of this podcast. So, the two of you can board the train or the bullet tram. It's much more packed now. It's like a 2-car little tram, and you're like pushed up against the corner or like the back section because there are just so many people offloading onto the bullet tram because they've been let go. And they're just like bawling, crying. People are like hugging each other and being like, I miss working with you so much. You were the greatest. Right?
Me.
And so you can head to materials design and Baroque music department where Mr. Brondy's office is. And you arrive simultaneously from separate directions. Someone figure out how the logistics of this train system works, as I haven't thought about it because we invented it a couple of minutes ago.
Not only does it go forward and backwards, it also goes up and down.
Up. Oh, it goes.
Oh shit!
This is literally Willy Wonka.
Just slowly over time, the chocolate's gonna
goes
overtake
on.
everything
It probably goes on
else.
another section of the rail that kind of goes up and down, like an elevator,
Oh.
specifically for trams,
I'm imagining a minecart now.
so you can get to different
Absolutely.
levels.
So, both trams arrive at the materials design and Baroque music department, and Larry and Will, you can get off, and then additionally Bev and Apple at the same time can also get off at the platform here. This is it's the architecture here is like a Baroque church with this, and like there's just very in motion sculptures. The Baroque music is playing in the background as well.
Oh boy.
And not very quietly either, very loudly, in fact. It's almost like the noise level of the white noise in the rest of the facility, except like here it's Baroque music and turned up a little bit.
That's nice.
To the point where it's kind of like if you're trying to have like a normal conversation with someone or like if say you went to someone's desk and you didn't want people to overhear and you're trying to have a nice conversation, you would not be able to hear each other whatsoever. You'd have to like talk a bit louder and then everyone would be able to hear you, and it's like a whole thing. Anyways, so you get off here. It's just this, imagine like a square room with like this Baroque dressing almost. In the center, there's a large square table with a single terminal for accessing the catalog of materials available. The far wall is just completely glass, and behind it you can see like, the Monsters Inc. like door conveyor belt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but it's just a bunch of materials like metals and cloths and woods and just
That's
stuff.
cool.
Wow.
And then there's a small stairway made of this dark marble going up to a door that has a large header over top of it that says Head of Materials Design Department, where you can see the doors open and presumably Mr. Brondy's in there. But all four of you are here, and yeah.
Oh, hello
You
again.
find anything
Hey,
yet?
guys.
We got some spicy complaints.
We have
One
a
of which
rough
is more
idea
than
on
just a
how to-
complaint and probably a murder case, but that's beside the point.
Wait. Okay. We'll talk about that later. We have a general idea on how to get what materials we need to make a trebuchet, and I say, very vague idea. That's like the main thing. It's very vague, but we
Very
know
vague.
like what we might need.
Oh, do you guys know anything about something called TREB?
Oh yeah, that was on. When we were looking up the blueprints and everything, it was a locked file. We tried to get in there and we got booted out of the system, but it looks really important.
This is
'Cause
where
apparently-
this is where we cut back
Oh.
to the databases and date desserts and squishies department, where the alarm is still going off and just date desserts are being funneled out onto the ground and like bouncing around.
Oh my
It's going,
gosh, yes.
Like I Love Lucy style?
Yeah, and then we cut back to this.
Who will look after the
Amazing.
dates?
I mean, I haven't gotten a ding to like go back and fix it, so I mean, it's obviously going fine, right?
Correct.
They're too busy firing everybody.
No kidding.
Now they're just firing pies.
They're
Nice.
dates.
Anyway, apparently this project is super secretive because even Alfie Brondy, the head of the department, doesn't know that much about it and didn't sign off on it. So we're gonna try to talk to him, get some testimony for our case, and maybe find out a bit more because we might be able to use that against him.
Do you think? I'm honestly at this point, I don't think I have to think it's happening. I think Neil's probably like putting money to that. Or what if someone else is like working against him, and the Trebs thing is like another layer
An underground
to the insanity
trebuchet
that is
ring.
this facility.
I guess we won't know
Maybe.
until we ask Alfie.
All
guess
right,
so.
you guys get materials. We talk to this Alfie fellow.
Okay,
Okay.
go.
Squad,
I
team.
like
move
give
out.
everybody a big high five.
I wanted to
I
do
thought
a
you were
hand in
gonna
the
say
middle
hug.
thing.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I'll try. Let's see. Well, maybe like you put your flipper up, and I'll put my hand up, and you just put it against the glass, and I'll put mine against the glass, and it'll be like almost a
Okay,
high
that
like
five.
works.
the shape of
All right.
water.
Oh, don't.
I never
I
actually
was gonna
watched
say,
that
like,
movie, but I
jail.
wanted to bring it up.
Mm.
So, great planning sesh, everybody.
Go
So
team.
Testimony can run up the stairs into Alfie's office. Tim Gear, you, I assume, approach this terminal. Like, to remind you, you need 4 components: the base, the arm, the counterweight, and the release.
Yeah.
What materials y'all want to make this out of? How big you want it to be? Tell me about your Treb plans, please.
We have to like sneak this trebuchet around, I'm guessing. So I'd say let's make it foldable. Let's make it like a
collapsible.
big trebuchet that is collapsible into like a decent sized like
suitcase.
yeah, it looks like a suitcase, but if you hit a button on it, it just kind of inflates like a raft.
Okay,
my God.
okay.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
So I'm imagining the base like this giant like and it just like expands
Yeah,
out.
it like folds out
Okay.
in half and like falls out like that.
Just add water to
Cushions.
watch this trebuchet grow.
Ah, please? That'd be awesome.
Air-filled base. Okay, and what are we thinking for the counterweight?
Well, because when I think of the counterweight and we are going to make it collapsible, it will sort of be hard to put the counterweight that needs to be heavy inside the case, right?
What okay, hear me out. What if we had the briefcase be the collapsible trebuchet, but then we have a separate carrying device and there's 2 of us, so we can each carry one.
Yes.
And that'll be like the heavy material that once the trebuchet uncollapses itself and folds into a proper trebuchet, then we just hook it onto the back, and that's the counterweight.
You just literally read my mind, Bev.
High five.
High five.
So what's the counterweight made of? What's the
Metal.
heaviest material you know? The densest thing.
The
Well,
densest.
I think the first question is, what is it that we are throwing on the trebuchet? Because then we need to have the counterweight be
That's
stronger
true.
than that.
So it begs the question, are you gonna throw stuff at Neil or are you gonna try to throw Neil?
We can't. Neil
That's
is
the
in the
important
wall.
question.
We have to. That means that we have to get to Neil first.
Listen, we got 2 engineers here. If you can't solve a problem how to throw a computer, like I don't know who can.
God.
That's 80%
We need
of
like
engineering. is
5
just throwing a computer.
screwdrivers and people simultaneously unscrewing Neil from the wall before he notices that we're doing it. Are we throwing Neil? I don't think we ever properly discussed that. Are we throwing Neil or are we throwing stuff at Neil?
We could probably throw stuff at Neil, and then when he can't fight, we can throw him.
Okay, so we need 2 different weights. We need a weight for throwing stuff at Neil, and then we need a bigger weight to throw Neil.
Okay.
Yeah, but Neil is teeny.
He's
no,
huge.
Teeny, like he's like the wall.
He's not just a laptop, Carla.
He's
Although
a big
that is
wall.
very funny.
Neil the laptop.
Wait, what if, hear me out. I think as poetic justice, we take the monitors from the different parts of the facility, which are his like connections and everything, and we take those and that's what we throw at him, and then we throw him.
Okay.
That is wonderful. And I think that we should also like throw a water balloon at him.
Okay.
I mean, that would be very helpful, yeah.
Okay. So you
He's
just want
just
to
a
counter.
robot.
You want 2 counterweights, one for throwing stuff at Neil and one for potentially throwing Neil.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's just going to be made of some dense thing that you can still carry around with you. What is the arm made of? Like, what material? Do you want wood? Do you want metal? Do you want like plastic? I don't know.
I think we would need a strong material,
Metal.
especially if we're going to be throwing like large, heavy objects.
Okay. I just wanted this to be very evocative so
Yeah.
people can imagine, oh, this is what this trebuchet looks like,
Yeah.
you know?
We need a dense, we need like the densest metal that we can find that is also, that we can also compact it has to be lightweight. I'm okay with carrying something heavy,
Okay.
but like just to like make it easier for us to like maneuver ourselves.
Okay. And now for a release mechanism. This is anything. Like the little thing that attaches to the payload and then we'll fling and let it go. What do we want to do there? Do you just want to go basic string and leather? Do you want to use some synthetics? What's the plan?
We want this thing to throw stuff hard.
Yes?
We need
rubber.
Okay, rubber.
The world's largest rubber band.
Like a really thick rubber.
Like surgical tubing.
but nothing
giant.
too thick that it would just like not work properly.
Well,
you know
yes,
what I mean?
that makes sense. But like, cause I was thinking rope can only do so much, but with rubber you can put a lot more tension.
Oh my god, Apple is like the exact
Apple is
opposite of
integrity.
integrity.
Rope can only do so much. Okay, so collapsible to a suitcase, cushioned air-filled base, separate counterweights for throwing stuff and throwing Neil. Arm made of strong metal and rubber, like thick surgical tubing for the release.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean thick surgical tubing? I was thinking more of like the elastic bands that people use for exercising, but better
those
quality.
ones?
Wait, what do you mean like thick surgical tubing? What does that look like?
Like surgical tubing, like it's the elastane, like the stretchy, very like strong stuff.
Are you talking about the stuff like you like say if you were going to go like donate blood or something, they wrap it around your arm,
I think that's
but like on a
surgical
bigger
tubing, yeah.
scale?
But like huger.
Yeah. I think
Like
that
yeah.
would be
fire
good.
hose
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone give me a trebuchets roll to use this terminal and input all this information.
Do you want me to do it, Carla? Or
We're both at 3, no?
No,
Or are
Sam's
you
at 4.
I'm at 4.
Oh, do you want me to roll? Because I have a higher chance of getting higher.
That is very true.
Then
You're also
yeah.
a gamer.
I'm also a gamer. I'm really good at finding stuff.
Both of you are gamers, so both of you can roll 2d6 on this one.
Gamer.
Oh,
Okay, perfect.
I got a 6 and a 3.
Okay.
Holy shit. I got a 4 and a 2, so I got a 6.
Okay. So both of you succeed. Both of you increase your stat line by 1, please.
Yay.
Powerful.
Oh, I should also say, because you guys moved forward in your legal case, so increase both of your stat lines by 1 as well.
Oh.
Sarah and Ben.
Now we got 4.
You're both at 4 now. Or Sarah's at 3.
I'm
again.
at 3
Oh,
now
yeah,
because
she
I was at 2
failed.
before.
Yikes.
Okay. So you type in a bunch of weird commands to this little terminal, and then after you review your list and have like this little thought engineering session, you hit finalize. The computer goes, finalizing design. And then you hear behind the glass like a bunch of conveyor belts start moving. Materials are getting dropped and thrown and moved around. And then all of a sudden, a little panel opens up in the middle of the table, and like one by one, your materials rise up onto the table, and you have the components to assemble your trebuchet, all scattered around the table, and you can spend the next few moments putting those together as you wish.
Hell yeah.
Meanwhile, in Brondy's office,
Dun, dun, dun.
you walk up the stairs, the two of you. How do you get up the stairs
Like,
with the ball?
Is there not just a flat ramp for access?
No, there's not. They're very poor about accessibility here. That's another big complaint.
Okay.
I'm very
well,
buff. I can push him up the stairs if need be.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
I have to put the mechanisms into overdrive.
Into 4-wheel drive, and then Will's up behind you.
My original idea was instead of just like rolling around as like a tread, it was gonna have like 4 individual like claw feet. So just like
Oh
it'll
my
just like
God.
crawl around.
Oh, like General Grievous's thing.
Yeah, sort of.
Anyways, so
Back on topic.
Will pushes you up the stairs as you like kick it into overdrive, like you can
Sounds
hear like
horrible.
yeah, it's horrific sounding. But eventually you get to the top of the stairs, and you can't quite fit through the door, but you can see through the door, and you see it's a very small office. Brondy is packing things into a small cardboard box. He's looking at a picture of his now deceased wife and his 3 lovely baby daughters from only like a month ago, and he's like, ah! And like puts it into his box, and then like
God.
picks up another one and goes, ah!
You can
and puts
almost
that into his box.
find him just by the trail of his tears alone.
Aww.
The sounds of his wails. So What do y'all want to do?
Well,
Hmm.
I think we just talk to him.
Yeah. What do you want?
Just-
Yeah. What are you talking
I'll have
about?
to do it from here. I can't get in.
He-
Hey, Braun man. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna work out. And one of my traits is that I'm a hugger, so
Yes.
I would like to give this guy a very nice hug.
Okay.
Aw.
Roll. Here's something that I don't quite understand. It says if your roll relates to your talent, roll 2d6, but that would be Oh, because you take
take
the better
the-
one. Okay,
whichever
okay,
one
okay.
is
I
best for
understood
that
now.
outcome.
Oh, I thought it
Roll
was just like you
2d6.
add them.
No, you rolled.
I'm
you
a
take the better
dumb.
one. Yeah, same.
And I'm
then.
rolling trial.
You roll trial, please. Yes.
Okay.
I am dumb.
There's a 3 and a 6.
Okay, so that
And my-
equals yours is a 3.
Yes.
Okay, so you have succeeded. Raise your
Great.
stat line, please.
Okay. My trial's now a 4.
Okay. So you go over and give this man a large hug. He grips into you and is just like sobbing. Like you can feel him shaking. Like this is probably the first human contact outside of his children that he's had in a few weeks, and it seems to be thoroughly doing the job. And when you're done, he'll kind of back up and be like, "Thank you so much. This is
Don't worry.
a great kindness which you've bestowed upon me on this
You're gonna be
day."
all right. Don't you worry. Here.
There's like snot in his
Oh.
mustache and like tears running down and like drip. Like you can see like it's sopping and dripping down out of his goatee, just like the wetness of the tears.
Oh my god.
is
You're
bad.
really into this description.
Yeah. I'm imagining the manager from Flight of the Conchords as a note. That's who I imagine as Alfie Brondy, in case you want to look that visual up.
There's actually just Luke trying to like represent himself in the game.
Oh. Anyways, so continue speaking.
Don't worry, man. It's all right. We're gonna figure this out together. Come here. Let's talk to you. Let's talk to Larry. We're gonna work
Yeah.
on something. We want to help.
Well, yeah. Why you two want to talk to me? I'm not an employee here anymore. I can't
no.
approve any materials.
Don't
I can't
worry.
approve
You don't
a
have
new
to.
net.
We just want to hear more about the problems you've been having, about this weird TREB thing, and we just want to take some notes, and we just want to put something together that can help everybody. And I'm just going to lead him over to where Larry is, since
Okay.
Larry can't get in.
Okay, Larry stands imposing at the doorway. Not imposing, but
I don't
large.
stand either.
Larry just imposes.
He just
Larry
floats.
Larry floats kindly behind his desk at the door, and you can both walk over there.
Hello, Alfie.
So, hi, Larry. So, what did you want to know?
I have a copy of the formal complaint that you sent in to the HR department,
Uh-huh.
and it says here that you believe there was some sort of money being funneled into some secret Treb thing that you didn't know of or didn't approve of.
Yes, it was brought to my attention only last week, and I was about to bring it to the accounting department because it's a money related issue, but I just wanted to see what assets were being produced, but none of my access codes allowed me into the database, so I couldn't see what they were working on. And
Do you think it has anything? Do you think it is a plan by Neil himself, or is anybody probably looking to do some sort of secret planning behind the scenes? We don't really know what's going on here with this complaint here, Alfie.
the only person who has clearance above my own is Neil, so it has to be them.
Okay. So
I'll make
Neil's
a note of
planning
that in the
something-
email.
Neil's maybe doing something shady with all that money?
It has to be. It has to be. It has to be. What else would they be cutting costs for? If not to
Perhaps
funnel money into this project.
Perhaps they are funneling money into the Treb project as a means of forcefully firing or as a means of disposing the workforce.
It sounds like we have a really good case for a lawsuit on our hands.
And I'm like jotting down notes like the whole time in like the little notepad I use to like keep track of how many people have fallen into the chocolate pit.
Yeah, it's like stained with chocolate, and it's
100%. I have another question, Alfie. This is from a while ago. Do you know anything about Annie Violets?
Oh, Annie Violets! Oh,
They're there.
We were in the
It's
same
okay.
training group together. A shame what happened. Her sudden and very clear demise at the hands of mechanical failure of a hydraulic press.
A hydraulic press?
Yes.
We have one of those?
Yes, I heard straight from Neil's own very email that it was unfortunate and her very own fault that she was crushed to death. Oh, she was my good friend. Oh, I knew her for 2 weeks.
Oh, that must have been really hard for you.
Oh, it was. It really was.
There, man. Do you know anybody else who knew anything about the event? Who's still around?
I know that her office is still there. They never touched it once. Just
It's still there?
in honor. It's a shrine to Annie.
A shrine. What department?
The fruit preserves and pneumatics department.
The Paddington department. All right. Thank you so much, Alfie. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be all right.
Also, could you send me your tax reports? I might have to do that later.
Absolutely, Larry. I want to make life as easy as possible for you.
That's why you're such a good employee.
I'm
This is
fine.
not your fault.
I'm not
You are too good for this place. We'll sort it out. Yeah. What you said.
Yeah.
and he's just crying. Okay.
I'll give him some more like gentle shoulder pats
Absolutely.
before heading out. I'm just gonna leave this guy sobbing here. That's not the alpha beta beta alpha way.
His office is just gonna be flooded by the time we come back.
Okay. You all exit to find that Apple and Bev have fully assembled their suitcase treb and have a large cart to carry around their counterweights. What's the plan now, gang? Where
I
do
think we
go
should
from
check
here?
out the fruit preserves office
Yep.
and get a little bit more about the second complaint.
Some
Okay.
valuable information is locked within this office.
Yes, because this
Yes.
is death, you know?
Is everyone
This
dead?
is death.
This is death.
Luke, me as a maintenance person, are there like presses? Like
There are hydraulic presses, yes, but
Okay.
they if it's like if they feel a squish, they're only used to make preserves.
If
Right.
they feel a squish.
So they're specifically calibrated in order to. There's hydraulic presses. There's also the pneumatic presses.
Mhm.
The hydraulic presses are used to like squeeze the like they're calibrated just so that they'll press and it'll break the skin of like the fruit, and then the pneumatic presses are the ones that like beat the pulp out of the fruit so that you get the nice juices. Right.
Okay.
So it doesn't make sense to you when your coworkers explain to you what happened. It doesn't make sense to you because they would stop if they felt the pressure of a human body. Like you've accidentally had your hand stuck in one. When it turns on, it just like bam and bruised you, but it didn't keep going. So it's quite suspicious.
I sense lies.
There is a plot here.
I sense fishiness.
I look over
Let's
to
take
Larry.
a bite on some freshly baked lies.
I look over to Catfish.
He's cute. Okay.
He literally just like floats in his fishbowl and like doesn't move. He just stares into the abyss.
I just imagine his eyes are crossed, and he's just
Yeah.
like looking off in two different
Oh
directions.
my gosh, literally Magikarp doesn't do jack shit, just literally like staring at
But
He
then he
just
turns into a
stares.
giant.
Overdose. He turns into a Loch Ness monster.
Oh my gosh! We figured it
So,
out. It's
Are
a
the
sun.
4 of you? So are the 4 of you going to the fruit preserves and pneumatics department?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I'm not.
We got everything we need.
Okay, so you catch the B train over to the pneumatics and fruit preserves department. You get off there. You hear the sounds of pneumatic release and hydraulic pressing going off and off and off. You smell the sweet, fragrant scent of fruits being squished. That those aromatic chemicals being released into the air here. It just smells great. You not a human
I wish
in
I
sight,
could
not
smell.
There's not a human in sight. Everything is automated here. There's a single office at the far right wall that reads. There's big red Sharpie that reads R.I.P. and then underneath is the name plaque.
R.I.P. and Sharpie.
Annie Violets, and then there's like a couple flowers that are dead sitting there.
That are dead.
Well, here's our investigation location.
There's just big vats of very warm fruit preserves being produced and then funneled elsewhere. There's just pipes going off to who knows where, and then also pneumatic mail systems going off to who knows where and who knows where from. But you can see plum, 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 like these little like just tubes of stuff going somewhere you've never in your lives received a pneumatic address nor sent a pneumatic address, but someone somewhere must be using these for something. So what do you all want to do?
Wait, I can't smell. I sense a plot.
I sense a lie.
I sense.
You sense?
I
Yes.
sense.
We don't
I
use
sense and bet my
anymore.
2 cents on this.
We don't use sense anymore. It's Canada.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, this is Manitoba. I forgot.
I forgot where we were.
Okay. So would you like to investigate Violet's office?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
See.
You walk up to the door and open it. It opens creakily. Inside is just a very small office. There's a tiny, what looks like a very shitty desk. It was probably like a 20-cent desk. Like, you know those desks that are like, it's almost like the card, they're made, like they have wood, but it's cardboard holding them together inside. And then they have like very wobbly little
There are
aluminum
desks
legs.
like that?
There's desks like that, yes.
Ew.
But it's like this, like literally it looks like if you pushed it hard enough, it would just collapse. And then there's also like racks of like maintenance tools and the like, similar to what Bev you would have in your like cubicle or wherever you would keep your equipment for technician work. And there's also a door labeled the basement.
The basement.
The basement.
Yes. And there's no evidence of anything else. And everything's covered in like 6 inches of dust.
Okay.
I have an urge to clean this room. This is too much for me.
Dust is valuable evidence. That means nobody's been in here recently.
Maybe we have to look for a break in the dust.
Like Sherlock Holmes.
Maybe there's a book that leads into a secret room.
You scan the ground. There seems to be no break in the dust distribution.
The distribution.
The distribution.
The
Did
distribution.
you all know that we have a basement?
No, I've never been in a basement.
I've never
well,
been
I've been
called
in
to
a
work
basement.
in a basement.
In my life, I've been in basements.
What's a
But I've never
basement?
been in a basement in this workplace.
I was about to ask that because we're in Manitoba and there's basements everywhere.
Manitoba's the basements province. Everybody knows that.
It's the only place with basements.
Dear Lord.
No,
so
wait,
I guess
wait,
we really
wait.
should have expected that our workplace had
The
a
opposite, the
basement.
opposite. It's the only place without basements. This is really fishy, guys.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
The doors are also large. The doors are also large enough, Larry, for you to enter into this room.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Can I just like take a look at some of the papers on her desk?
absolutely. They're just like work orders to like come fix the stairs.
Is there anything in her desk? Like I
There's
found
no
something
drawer.
secret. Oh,
I
no
found
drawers. Okay.
something horrible. The real
The-
culprit
I
is.
fear I may be killed soon.
The I'll say so. The date on the file Larry has for the complaint lodged for Annie's disappearance was from 2014, January 19th, 2014. Right?
6 years ago?
The topmost work order, the one that seems like she was going to work on latestly, or the last one she ever worked on, the last job she ever took, was from January 17th, 2014.
Oh.
And it was a work order for, it says, basement subroutine maintenance on Neil's infrastructure.
Quote unquote.
It's all in quotes. Every single one of those words is in quotes.
Ooh, can I walk up to the basement door? I'm just very fascinated by doors. I go up to the door and I want to listen in.
You hear the sounds of whirring and slight metallic clink 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 clink, and
And I'm gonna start
Huh.
dancing to that music. Dun, 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 dun.
And you feel an immense amount of cold from behind this door as you like lean up against it.
It's the fridge.
The one
ice
fridge
We know
box.
there's some Neil stuff in there.
that all of our lunches go into.
I sense a lot of cold down there.
So Neil then?
Oh wait, what if it's Neil's like mainframe and stuff?
Ooh, can we,
We
go
should check
in?
it
Can
out,
we go
right?
in?
Is it locked?
You turn the little metal handle. So describe the door. It's like slightly taller than normal, tall enough for you, Larry, to go through, but it's exceptionally wide, but it's still a swinging hinge door.
Ew.
So like it's just a weird fucking door. Like it's probably like 18 feet wide, and then like how tall were you, Neil? Larry? Like 12?
Yeah.
12 feet. Yeah, it's like a 12 and 1 inch foot door by like 18 feet wide. And it's still just on
Jesus.
2 little metal hinges on the side. And you twist this very small doorknob and push the door open. And it just freely opens, and you see a ramp descending, like a graded ramp descending down. And it's just like this dark orange light coming from down there with like this mist coming out, similar to what's in Neil's room, Neil's office.
I am very angry for you, Larry.
What do you mean?
Because obviously they could have afforded a ramp, but they never gave you a ramp.
That's so not frat.
I have submitted many complaints about the mobility issues that I've had in this office for many years, in addition to some other things that improves quality of life, such as a filter for my tank and proper fish food for catfish, but they never deliver on anything, so I just kind of had to deal with it.
Ugh.
So
Isn't that right, catfish? He just...
it just
he just
stares straight
stares.
ahead. So, would all of you like to descend into this room?
Yes.
The
Yes.
cold basement.
Descend.
The basement.
Cold in the basement.
Cold the
You
basement nevermore.
Go down the ramp. The walls are steel. The floor and ceiling both are this grated metal. Beneath you, it feels like it just goes on into the abyss. The same abyss which exists beneath the train tracks. Above you, it just seems like you're beneath regular floor, and there seem to be cooling pipes emitting this like this gas that's cooling down the general area. And you walk through these hallways, and instead of just narrating, I want to ask a question of how long have all of you worked here?
4 years.
Okay.
I've worked here for 12 years.
Jeez. Okay.
I'm a young gal. I've worked here for 2 years. Fresh from university.
Okay.
Started as kind of an internship, but that was about 3 years ago, and now I got the proper job like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So-
Cool. So as you all walk through, reminiscing on your horrible times here and some of the good times, the other workers here are pretty good. It's just the management that kind of sucks ass.
Literally all jobs.
And you hear it's like a bunch of little intersections, right? So like you'll walk and then you'll come to like a 4-way intersection, and you'll look right and you'll look left, and it just seems to be server racks that are being cooled with this dark orange lighting. And then you keep on going like this until you come to a very wide open area that seems to be about the same dimensions as Neil's office.
Oh.
And you hear, and the hallway continues on the other side, and you kind of look around. There's a single central girder coming down in the very center of the room with a little laptop like attached to it on like a platform. And you can see the camera zooms in on the screen, and we see that it says Neil mainframe.
You were right. It's a laptop.
It's a laptop.
Oh no. Our deepest fears were realized.
And from the other side of this room, from that other end of the hallway, you hear a ka-clink, 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 ka-clink coming towards you. What do y'all want to do? This is a horror. Let's start. We're going to switch over to Call of Cthulhu now. No.
Does that sound familiar? Like the clinks?
It sounds like what you were listening to. Yeah. Like when you had your ear to the door. That's the same clink of metal on metal.
But
other
it's not
than
like
that-
so. It sounds like it's moving towards us and not just like some whirring. Like
You hear the
checks.
whirring of like the servers all around you, but you
Oh,
also
okay.
hear the clinks approaching you. Yes.
I want to hide in the mainframe room.
Okay. Hide in the mainframe room.
Well, because it's coming towards us from the hallway, right? The
Correct.
mainframe room's on the side. So if we go into the mainframe room, if it's coming towards the hallway,
It'll just walk by you.
yes.
Sure. Yeah, you can duck in and pull everyone, and Larry like wheels in after you, and like you sit there for a few moments, and it's like you hear clink, 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 and it gets very loud, and you're peeking into the hallway, and you see these two large robotic legs just like move past, and in where the torso is of like a humanoid robotic machine, you see a large metallic trebuchet.
What?
And it has like, it's a trebuchet very centrally, and it seems to be fitted on like a disc, almost like a Lazy Susan, so it can spin around. So it's like legs, a Lazy Susan with a trebuchet on top, and then attached to the side of the trebuchet is a single camera just facing forwards, and it's just like clink, clink, clink as it walks, continuing down the hallway.
I'm gonna hunker down and shift.
Okay. Oh, also on the leg you see printed in very large industrial letters TREB.
Oh
Yeah, I mean,
no.
yes.
It's Skynet, but Treb.
So, what do y'all want to do?
I shift.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh,
It's like claws grow and like hair grows and like
Absolutely.
Okay,
eyes
that makes
turn
sense.
yellow
Like,
and
why are you
ears
shifting-
turn like
you-
pointy.
Okay, you turn into a werewolf. Ow.
Whoa.
Yeah, cool. That happens. Your uniform. Do you wear? No, you don't wear uniforms. You just wear clothes.
Yeah.
You grow slightly larger and more imposing, and the clothes becomes tighter, as if you're a cool, ripped werewolf.
Oh hell yeah.
Massive.
Babe, you're a fucking werewolf?
I told
Werewolves are real and you're a werewolf?
I told you guys this in sharing circle like 3 months ago.
I'm surprised you don't. I'm surprised you
I
didn't
might have missed
believe
that
that
meeting.
werewolves exist because I'm here.
You're not a werewolf, though.
No, but I am also considered a mythical creature.
Yeah, well, obviously you're real, because I can see
Come
you.
on. You guys are all over Manitoba.
That's cool. That's cool as shit. What university did you go to? You should have pledged ABBA. That's fucking dope.
You hear clink, clink, and you hear ding, ding, ding,
Shit.
clink, 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 and it just, who knows? Something happened.
What the fuck?
I think we have to
So
be
you're
quieter.
in the mainframe room though. So would
Yes,
you
what
like
do we
to
see?
hack into the mainframe?
Oh god, hacking
Hacked.
for real.
Yes. And wait, so just to be sure, the mainframe,
It's a laptop attached to a girder beneath the room, the same size as Neil's office.
that's it? That's the
That's
only
it.
thing there?
That's the only thing in there, and like mist in the air and orange lights. It's
Okay.
very cool,
Okay. I'm gonna
both
be like,
physically and it's pretty neat.
okay, guys, I'm gonna try to hack into the mainframe, but you need to find things that you can throw using the trebuchet.
In here?
Well, I don't know where else we can find it. Like, we went down here and we didn't really take anything with us.
Well, whatever's down here, whatever you find when you hack in, there's got to be pretty scandalous, because I'm pretty sure our boss killed someone over it.
Exactly. So,
If you can get the trebuchet things, they're monitoring the hallway, so maybe you can get their security camera footage or something. Find some crime evidence.
yeah. Okay, perfect.
I'll look around for something to throw.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Maybe, like, you can also even find water, because water, electricity doesn't work
Smart.
very well.
Doesn't mix good.
That's really smart.
As long as you don't.
Hey, do you need some water? You're kind of coughing.
No, sorry, I
Yeah,
just
Lily, do you know
got
where to
some
find water?
water in my throat.
I heard drinking water helps with that.
I completely forgot.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna hack into the mainframe.
Yes,
Apple.
please.
All right, Apple Macintosh, roll trebuchet.
Oh my god.
I just
yeah.
realized.
Trebuchet?
I
What?
just realized that.
Oh no.
When I was thinking of Apple Macintosh, I was thinking like the actual Apple.
Did you not until this moment clue into that it's called an Apple Mac computer?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm so stupid.
Jeez. It's okay. These things happen. Not puns. Sometimes wordplay and humor is lost on even the best of us. So, is this a roll? Do you guys think this is even a roll? Because this isn't a trebuchet. What do you think this would be, Carla? Do you think this is a trials or trebuchet? Because this is a legal trouble or the various trials of modern life. This is a further investigation of the case of Annie Violet's going missing. So I would say it might be a trial. So can you roll trials for me?
Sounds good. My
I love how you just
probability
answered
is
your
much
own
higher.
question during your like rationale of the situation.
I got 2.
So that you succeed.
Yes.
Perfect. So you start typing on this laptop keyboard. Just like super fast, not even like it's nonsense, but it's like movie hacking. And it's like the green characters on a black background. It's like
It's just ASDFGHJKL over and over and over again.
Enter, and then it flashes up on the screen. It says, "Welcome, technician." And then there's 3 options. One is update mainframe. The second is view old logs, and the third is initialize Treb project.
I would like the logs.
Okay, you click on
First.
that one, and it opens a list. The most recent one is the 17th of January, 2014.
Oh.
The technician name
Suspicious.
and the technician name is Violets.
Oh.
Oh.
And it just was some routine maintenance.
Okay.
And it
then
seems like it happened weekly before that point, but it hasn't happened since.
okay. So what was the other option? So there's logs, there's
Update mainframe or initialize Treb project.
What the fuck is a Treb project?
The thing that
TREB.
just the thing that just passed by us, I think.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to initialize it. 'Cause,
Don't
like,
initialize it then. Don't touch that one.
In the meantime, can everyone else roll trebuchet for me to find stuff?
Yes.
Sure.
And if you're a
6.
if
Wait,
you're a
we're
gamer-
finding stuff? Is that technically
Yeah,
my
if
thing?
you're a
or?
gamer, roll 2d6.
Hey!
I got a 4.
I got a 4. Think I
Okay.
failed. Yeah, I failed. Damn it.
Oh shit. I also failed because I got a 4.
Damn it.
Dang, really? You guys' stat line was at 5?
No, it was a 4.
Oh, if you get 4, it's equal to. So you succeed.
Is that for trebuchet?
It's for both, yes.
Oh,
We
okay.
rolled that earlier. So now both of your guys' stat lines increase to 5.
Oh shit. Getting up there.
You're succeeding so much, you're almost free of the burdens of stress. Sarah, what
Well-
did you roll?
6.
Free
Okay.
free
Well,
from
I
this
thought I
glass
was already
bowl that
at
I call a
5.
home.
Were you at 5?
Yeah, I was at 5. That's why I failed. Because I succeeded the first one. I succeeded the second one, and this was my failure.
Okay. So Will and Larry, both of you succeed and find we'll get to that in a second. And yeah, I just wanted to know the results of those rolls. We'll get to that in a second. Meanwhile, Apple, what are you doing?
Hi.
Are you updating the mainframe or are you initializing Trebs?
Is there no turn off?
There's no exit. There's no turn off. There's update mainframe, view logs, and initialize Treb project.
I'm going to update mainframe.
Okay. You hit enter on update mainframe. It's like, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Does it not say like what the update is?
It says update it's like it has the date, which is the 14th of March 2020. And other than that, it's just like update version 19.7.2.
So it doesn't say what the update is for.
No,
What update? What's its current model? Is it like the one before that, or is it late on an update?
like what's its previous update?
Yeah.
Or like what level is it updated to currently?
Yeah. What is it? What's its current model update number?
The current model update is 13.1.1.
Okay.
So it would be like obviously upgrades for Neil have been coming out, but they haven't been getting updates.
Maybe if
almost
we
like this
update him, he
current
won't be such a dick.
It might be because the current update
Neil will
came
be an
with a
even more
virus.
powerful dick.
That's what I was
You're right.
thinking.
So you have a little blinking cursor and it says YN.
Your
So
name.
are you sure? Yes, no.
I'm so indecisive. This is like I'm the worst person to have this.
What would Apple do?
What would Apple do? Apple. She'll just go with yes.
Okay, you hit Y, and then every single light turns off, and you hear all the servers go.
Shit.
And in this time, and you hear the chunk stops. Larry, describe to me the item that you find assorted down here amongst the basement junk that is useful as a projectile.
Box full of concrete sandbags.
Absolutely. You find a box full of concrete sandbags. It's bags of sand, but the bags are made of concrete.
Sure, yeah. That works.
And
it's like a party popper, except it's sand.
Yeah.
Except if it falls, it'll kill you.
And then Will, what do you find?
Let's see. I think a bunch of shurikens from the now defunct Japanese architecture and opera music department.
Who put the shurikens here?
Can't write. I'm laughing. Okay, Bev, your stat line is at a 6 now because you succeeded.
Oh,
So now the stresses of normal human life and of Neil and all of this are kind of like, it's just reasonable to you. You're like, I mean, yeah, but like my salary's like so freaking much. Like it does not matter, right?
I shift so far that I turn into a proper wolf and I start chasing my tail in bliss.
It is now
my
your
God.
You become a why does it matter wolf.
I think it's now your sole purpose to prevent this from happening.
Oh my gosh.
Like, there's no need, guys. Like, you just want them to see the right way. Whether that means sabotaging, whether that means convincing, whether that means, like, siding with Neil, that's up to you, and I'll let you make those decisions. So all this
Okay.
occurs, and you all hear the and everything goes offline. And then after, like, 10 seconds, Apple, you're just staring at the computer like, oh my God, did I just destroy everything? It, like, a little loading screen shows up that goes, Neil's loading, Neil's loading, Neil's loaded, Neil's updated, Neil's updated, Neil's updated, Neil's updated.
I'm scared.
Neil's updated to current version. And then you hear everything go, and like everything turns back on. The lights are now green instead of orange. And the only option on the menu now, and it's a very nice menu compared to the one previously, Apple, the only option now is transfer.
What?
Transfer.
The only option is transfer.
Transfer what? Like Neil's brain?
His brain.
Hey, guys.
I
I s-
lied. There's another option.
Yeah.
Transfer and release.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh.
Well, what are we transferring and what are we releasing? Because if it's like, release Neil from this mortal plane and Neil is destroyed, that's good. But if it's like, release a bunch of trebuchets that kill people, that's probably bad, right?
But what if it also means release all of the workers that I trapped in a jail cell because I don't want them to say anything bad about me?
Everyone's been arrested.
Yeah. And what about transfer? Are we like transferring Neil's consciousness to a laptop maybe? Or are we transferring Neil to the whole world as dictator? What are we doing?
Is release where the TV just falls from his office?
That'd be a good option. I'd be
It
okay
like
with
turns
that.
off the magnets in the wall and he just
He's now alone in this TV.
Wait, no. What if Neil is such a dickhead because he wants to transfer himself into a human? And this
Guys.
is him trying to become a human.
What if he's trying to transfer
Neil's
himself into a
become
trebuchet?
What if he used the body of Violet's as like
Well, that would be disturbing.
to transfer his being? Oh, that's weird.
Guys,
I don't
I'm gonna
like
turn
that.
back into my human form after chasing my tail for a while. I'm gonna stand and go, guys, I've been thinking pretty hard the last couple of minutes. And
What's up, Bev?
I gotta get that tail.
and I think we might be going about this the wrong way. Hear me out. I
Okay.
don't agree with the way Neil has treated us, but I think destroying might not be the way we want to go. I think we can have a peaceful resolution, and through conversation and through and through sharing our thoughts, I think we can get out of this.
I don't know.
Bev, that's really sweet, but we've tried to have a conversation with Neil many times. Neil doesn't listen to us. Neil just goes, "Oh, okay, well, you're still gonna have to work, and you're not gonna make any money."
It's also going to be complicated because an apology is, and then having to rehire the 75 people that they laid off. There's going to be a lot of animosity. Still
It's a lot more than
Percent.
75
It wasn't
people.
75 people. It was
75%.
75%.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what
I mean,
said.
what if we bring together the remaining people and
The
we all
remains of
together go
Shoot him with a trebuchet.
and no, let's not destroy something. Because hear me out. Even though Neil's a dick,
He is.
He
it's-
is.
I'm not
dick.
I'm not disagreeing with that. What I mean is he's an advanced piece of technology. If we go as a group and like talk to him, he might see it differently if we all stand up to him at the same time. Because if we destroy him, we are destroying not only him, but the entire facility that is run mostly at this point by automated robots. And also,
That sounds like starting a union, which last time we tried to do that, Neil made us work 24 hours without being paid.
no, but
It was very difficult.
think about it. Think about how advanced Neil is.
Look,
Think of-
knowing your labor history, that's frat.
At this point, all of your watches go ding, ding, ding. It's noon. Because it's noon now.
What does that
been-
mean?
We've
Shit.
been here for a while.
It's been a long day. Most of that time's been spent in transit. What that means is that the Trebuchet
department's open?
permitting office is open.
Oh shit!
Patrice Thimble has arrived.
Guys,
So, make your minds up.
Do we have a good enough case? What do you guys think? I know what you think, Bev. What do you two think?
We haven't really gotten a lot of information about what happened to Violet's out of this. I mean, it's obvious that she went missing, but we don't have enough evidence to really back up the fact that like
She dead.
she was killed.
and maybe bringing that to the attention of other workers will be enough for there to be a proper fight without, destroying the machinery that is keeping everything here working.
I get what you're saying, but I also really want to fling these ninja stars
I mean-
at our shitty
But hear me out.
boss.
What if we reprogrammed Neil? And that way,
Oh,
he wasn't a dick. What if we
reprogrammed.
made something whole new? We don't have to destroy the complex computer system that boggles my mind every day. But what if we changed what Neil was, made him better? We don't have to
computer
destroy
screen.
everything.
The computer screen, Apple, which you are standing at, you look back at it and see the cursor blinking gently over the option transfer and the option release.
Apple, the stuff Bev's talking about, is it possible?
It is possible.
My argument has been made.
But I don't know if I know how.
But I know he fired a lot of people, but like there still has to be people in the IT department, right? People like
Yeah,
if
Apple works for the IT department.
Well, I haven't been to
Everyone
the
else is
IT
fired.
department since I haven't been to the IT department, and Afterthought, he worked in the IT department, and I don't know if he fired anyone else.
Oh yeah, afterthought.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I miss him.
I miss Afterthought.
Poor guy. Yeah.
We could try and go out. We could try to go out and talk to Neil, and me practicing normal computer hygiene.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I close the laptop.
Oh, okay.
Should we take this with us or something? So that if stuff goes
As
bad,
a
we
bargaining tool.
But what if we
Control
unplug him
Neil?
and then we can't get on like the trams don't work anymore, that sort of stuff?
We don't know
The
that.
laptop is wireless. It's only plugged into like the power supply.
Yeah,
Let's
Well, as long as it has enough battery life, maybe we should take it with us and we're good.
exactly. So I'm going to- so-
idea.
I close the laptop, unplug
Yep.
unplug the computer.
cord.
Yeah, and just like hang it on my shoulder.
Okay. You all walk back out into the hall from the mainframe room. You see the large Treb robot like stopped in the hallway, almost as if you unplugging / closing the laptop turned it off.
Oh.
But all the servers still seem to be up and running. And you all can make your way back up to Violet's office, Annie Violet's office, and out into the pneumatics and fruit preserves, where all of the troop pulverizers and pneumatic systems are still operational. The hydraulic presses are still working. Everything's
Okay.
great. The trams still seem to be running. The announcements have stopped, except for one. You hear one last one from Niels that goes, just as a note, we will not be providing lunches today. Please leave the building as soon as you possibly can. Do not take any of your work company property with you, or else you will be sued. Thank you.
Wait, what?
It's clear he hasn't changed from that update.
No
Mm.
kidding.
I mean,
So
he's
we go to
letting
the
us
IT
leave the building.
department. The people who got fired are getting to leave the building.
Oh, we're still.
They
okay.
have to. Okay, so we go to the IT department and we try to hack
Again.
Neil. We use the mainframe computer and we see if anyone can help us make Neil less of a dick. And okay, but Bev, if that doesn't work, please let's fling a trebuchet at this motherfucker.
Yes, let's use a trebuchet as ammunition for the trebuchet.
I
love
listen,
that. I love that. I love
Listen,
that.
like 10 minutes ago, I was so on board, but something inside of me just kind of, when I was chasing my tail down there, there was just like this serenity that completely took hold of me.
Are
And
you going to say that all of our hard work was for nothing?
I'm saying that we have built a case against him, and I'm saying that we can bring that forward, but I don't
And
think.
fling a trebuchet at him.
No.
And fling a trebuchet. All right, rest of you are on board. If this doesn't work, fling a trebuchet. Got it.
Okay, you're all on
As
the
a
train
last
to
resort, flinging trebuchet.
You're all on the train
Yeah.
to the IT department. IT department is on the same central hub as Neil's office and the permitting office.
Is
Right?
it just IT?
It's IT and
High T.
high T. IT and high T.
The chillest office.
Excellent. So you all get off the train. I'll make a note. It's not smooth, or it's not white noise being played through the facility now. It seems to be a nice smooth jazz, and the volume seems to have decreased slightly so that it's a bit more manageable.
Perfect.
So you
So this is what the
around
update did.
on your on your bullet tram and arrive at the platform. You see the IT office. The door is open. There's a single young woman that you, Apple, work with. She's your supervisor. Let's say that her name is Tessa. Give me a last name, folks.
Albernacki.
Teacup.
Burndy.
Tessa Albernacki Teacup. And she has like a shaved head. She has a bunch of piercings in her ear, and she has very large glasses. And she's just chilled out, typing on typing on her laptop at her desk. And you can enter the IT department, and she'll look up and go, "Hey, what's up? What can I do for you?"
Hey, Tap.
Yep.
Do you mind helping me with something?
Yeah. Is it work related? What's up?
Yes, it is work related. It will improve our work life.
Okay.
Okay, do I know if Tat is sort of like against the grain, doesn't really like, because I'm assuming that we talk shit about
Most of the IT department is super very openly anti Niels.
Okay, perfect. So I took a mainframe
Oh damn.
and we were thinking that perhaps we could change Neil and make him less of a dick.
Did you update them?
Yes.
And that didn't work. So okay, I'll see what I can do. And you can hand her the laptop. And she'll
Yes.
push hers to the side. She'll open it, hack into the mainframe just the same way you did, and then she'll just be at that same menu, and she'll be like, and she'll try out a few things and just be like, it looks like I can't really do anything except the two presets. It seems like all that this hardware and software is able to do is run the presets, and there's not much I can do other than that.
Do you have an idea what
And I'm the
transfer and
best-
release means?
I'm the best hacker in Manitoba.
That's not saying much.
You're the only hacker in Manitoba.
That's why I got a job working for an IT department. So like, if one of these might do it.
But which one?
What if you go like plug a USB? What if we plug like a USB drive into this and hit transfer, and it transfers Niels to USB? And she raises her eyebrows at you,
Like a tiny Neil
like a tiny Neil we could smash
with a trebuchet.
Smash and
with a
crash.
trebuchet.
Hey,
let's do it. Let's
as
do it.
a-
And I'm going to go to my drawer and I'm going to grab my Minnie Mouse USB.
as a
That's
side
adorable.
question, I
Yeah, what's
am
up?
technically in the possession at this moment of the collapsible trebuchet, correct?
You are, yes.
Okay. Just want to check
Yeah.
that.
But I am in possession of,
Of the counterweights.
counterweight.
Yes. So you pull out your Minnie Mouse thumb drive. You hand it to Tessa. She will take it, plug it into this very old laptop, and then hit return on transfer. A small bar pops up, and it's like 0%, 2%, 3%, 100% done. And then the computer goes, transfer complete. And then every single thing in the room shuts off, and emergency lighting turns on.
Oh boy.
And then like the computer just starts smoking,
Oh my gosh.
and like a little fire erupts, and she's like,
Ah!
right. And then like sprinklers are going off, and it's like ruining everything. It's all horrific. You all standing at like the door can hear the sounds ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Close
of-
the laptop. Close the laptop.
The laptop's on fire and like
Ah!
dead. She
Close it
slams
anyway!
the laptop, and like you all rushes everyone out of the office, closes the office, locks the door, and she's like, and like looks frazzled. You all see across this small concourse Neil's door opening, ka-chunk, 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 and the smoke coming out, the dark like light blue backlighting from the like ground lighting, and you see a very young woman seems to walk out. She has black hair and seems to be wearing a grayish jumpsuit. You see the camera punches in, and we see that it says technician Annie Violets on it, and they seem to have like a giant wire shoved into the back of their head.
Oh
Larry,
my
you were right.
gosh.
Fuck.
What do y'all want to do?
I think that's
And
Neil.
you will hear this figure go, everyone stay calm, everything is completely fine and under control. It's just a little I didn't expect this to happen so soon, but this is a forward step for our company. And it's Neil's voice, and they seem to just be addressing nobody at all, not even looking at you. They're addressing a crowd that's not even there.
I think we have enough evidence to support our claims.
You see across the hallway Patrice Thimble walk out of their office, and they're wearing just like slacks and a cardigan, and they're like, oh geez, what's happening?
We gotta do our case. We gotta present it right now.
But this is worse because now Neil's inside of a person.
I know. We gotta do this.
Thimble.
Who's with me? You with me? You with Bev?
Trebuchet.
Trebuchet.
I like pulled the case away from the main group, and I'm saying,
You're standing right by a large abyss from like you're standing by the tram tracks that go over a large abyss. You could literally just like whoop and
yeah,
throw it
I'm
in.
gonna look at the guys and I'm gonna look over and look back. I'm like, I'm sorry, and I throw it down.
Absolutely.
Can I not run after it?
You can run, but there's a railing
It's
and it's just gone.
Abyss.
Like, it's gone. You're like, reaching after it. It's gone into nothingness, into the center of the planet's core, for all you know.
While they're doing the case, can I run into the trebuchet office and wish that there's a trebuchet in there? Like scramble for a trebuchet?
Into the trebuchet permitting office?
Yes.
Okay. All of you run over to the trebuchet. You run from the counter or from the railing over to the trebuchet office where Patrice is standing with a nice cup of coffee. It says #1 trebuchet permit officer in Manitoba.
The only.
Why is it
under
always
the age
in
of 40.
Manitoba?
The only one.
And they're just like sipping at it like, wow, this is a real predicament, everybody. And like you, Will, and Larry are like, here are our notes. And Apple rushes by you into Patrice's office. There's a small metal replica trebuchet sitting there on the table,
Oh.
and then like posters of trebuchets on the walls, and like a large list of like the legislature outlining trebuchet laws in the each province. Is there something you want to do?
I want to read the one for Nova Scotia, please. Just curious.
And I need Larry and Will. I need you both to make trials rolls.
Oh,
Trials
fuck.
rolls. 5. That's actually a success because my trial score is 4.
Wow.
Okay.
5.
So Larry, your stat line increases to 6, and you're like, oh, this is not a stressful situation. Like, this is kind of weird, ambiguous. You're on the side of like, we shouldn't be launching this. And then Will, you're not at 6 for your stat
I'm at
level.
5 now.
Okay. So
I feel so defeated.
You've both like made a very valid case, like holding like bags of concrete sand and like pointing at and explaining everything and be like, ah, and like holding shurikens and be like, we could kill it.
Holding shuriken.
And Patrice like takes a sip out of their coffee and goes like, I mean, yeah, it sounds like you have a perfectly fine case. Like, let me just get my stamp, and walks back into their office to find Apple just pushing through everything looking for a trebuchet.
Do you have a trebuchet?
Guys, we can't just
Okay,
destroy this.
perfect. We did it. We made our case. I'm so proud of us.
Yes, we made our case.
We rushed it. We crushed it. We slushed it.
But we're
Do you
talking
have
about
a trebuchet?
guys.
Oh, I've got the little inflatable one that you can like put on as like a attachment to your slip and slide. That's in like the cabinet over there. And then I got the little mechanical, like the little desk one that it's like a gift. My boss
Perhaps
got for
now
me.
it might be taking it a bit too far.
Can I get one?
See,
Can I get
Larry
that one? Can I
gets
get
it.
that one?
Guys,
Do you want the inflatable one or
Yes.
the little one?
Both of them.
Yeah, both. You sure? Take them. Absolutely.
Okay,
I
I'm
have,
gonna
I
take
have tons
them.
at home. My
Okay.
entire shed's filled with trebuchets.
I'm gonna take them.
Oh,
And then I'm
here,
gonna
wait. And Patrice rushes over and like finds the correct form. It takes like 2 or 3 seconds, and then they pull out a large stamp that says "Treb approved" and goes ka-chunk and goes, and here's your permit.
Wait, we're
It expires
approved?
in 1 hour.
We're
You're
approved?
You're approved.
Perfect.
Expires in 1 hour.
I'm going to run away.
I'm gonna
Okay.
turn to Larry and say, "We have to stop them. This is going too
Apple,
far."
you got it. I'm
Okay.
so proud of you.
Under
got
one
it.
of Apple's arms
High
is
five.
an inflated
I have
yellow
something in my
trebuchet.
hands.
And then in your right hand, you have a tiny desktop, like little stainless steel trebuchet.
Okay, Bev threw out some materials. What do you still have?
I have this inflatable trebuchet and this small metal trebuchet.
And the counterweights.
Okay, can we throw the shurikens with the inflatable trebuchet?
Yeah.
You insert Larry.
While this is happening, I'm going to start tippy tapping on my computer and write
Yes.
up a formal email saying why the approved trials paper is unethical and should not proceed as planned.
And are you sending that to the government? Like, are you going over Patrice's head
The
to
government?
Like, send it to
No,
her,
what the
send it
fuck?
to their boss?
I'm
We
just
need to
gonna
talk to
email
Justin
Patricia and be
Trudeau
like-
about this.
And be like, they're a little, out of hand at the
okay.
moment. I don't think this should have been approved.
Okay.
It's not a good idea because there's a lot of bad stuff that could happen. So I'm just gonna write up a formal email
Absolutely.
with my concerns.
You're like a email machine. Meanwhile, the two of you blow up this little inflatable trebuchet. You attach a single shuriken.
I'm gonna
aim
walk
it-
over and I'm gonna use my nail to pop it.
Oh,
I
my
will
God.
stop you
gosh.
if you try. I am the buffest guy around.
I'm a werewolf. What's the
Oh
argument?
God!
I will hug you so tightly that you can't get your nail to pop that
Screw you! I'll
trebuchet.
turn into a
Both of-
wolf. It's cuddle
Both
time.
of you roll 1d6,
Okay.
or both of you roll 2d6 and take whichever
2d6?
one's highest.
First
yeah,
one was
because
a
it's
6,
both of
second
your.
one's a 5. Damn, okay.
Okay.
What am I rolling for
So-
again?
Just roll 2d6.
This
Yeah.
is so much chaos.
And is it lower or higher again?
Tell me the numbers. Tell me the numbers.
I got a 3 and a 4.
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6. We got it straight.
Oh, hell yeah!
You win $1,000.
Nice.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, Will, you kind of like, as you see Bev kind of making your way over, you like tackle him to the ground and like pin him down and like presumably yell like, "Do it!" at
Do
Apple.
Yeah.
And Apple, you hit the release mechanism on the inflatable trebuchet. Make a trebuchet roll.
Oh no!
Do it.
Unlawful discharge of trebuchet ammunition.
It's lawful. We got a permit.
But it might be revoked.
It might be
Well,
revoked.
it hasn't been revoked yet when we fire it. Yes! I got a 5.
Okay, you pull the little string release mechanism, the inflatable arm goes and a single very sharp, kind of rusted shuriken
How did that not pop the trebuchet? Wait a
flies
second.
through the air and severs the tiny wire connecting Annie Violet's head to the small apparatus hanging from the ceiling. And then you hear Niels go, oh. And then the body just chunk, and you start seeing smoke come out of Annie's head.
I'm gonna refocus.
Do we run now?
My stuff to
You have all successfully trebucheted and trialed and attempted to prevent said trializing and trebucheting.
Yes.
I want each of you now to give me the, like, you know when a movie just stops and then they have like the text descriptions of what happens? What happens? What happens? What's Larry's text?
Larry's text?
Yeah.
After like a seemingly chaotic day at work, Larry submits a formal resignation letter to basically no one or whoever's next in charge, and goes off to find other work elsewhere, along with Catfish.
Okay, and then we cut to the freeze frame of Apple, like mouth ajar, like, oh my gosh, it worked. What does Apple's text read?
Apple Macintosh successfully leaves. What's the name of the company?
Tarp.
Successfully leaves Tarp and moves to Saskatchewan, Saskatchewan. I almost said Saskatchewan, Manitoba.
Oh my god.
Which is wrong, everyone.
Okay.
To Saskatchewan and works as an installation engineer at a bakery.
I was hoping you would say Apple.
Apple Pie Bakery. Duh.
We cut to Bev struggling, claws out on the floor. What is Bev's text?
Once Bev calmed down, he left, went home, fed his cat, and went to get dinner with his girlfriend. He also quit.
He also quit.
He's
Okay.
gonna become a mechanic somewhere else.
Okay, and then we see the final freeze, or one of the final freeze frames of of Will, shirt like ripped, blood from claws,
Oh, hell
like,
yeah.
sweaty, rippling muscle. What is Will's text read?
Will Hutton quit his job at TARP and started his own combination gym/chocolate shop with special discounts for Alpha Beta Beta Alpha member bros and former TARP employees.
Oh my god.
Okay. We get a shot of a weeping, crying Alfie Brondy, who's just like on the elevator up to the surface, and the freeze frame reads, Alfie Brondy was compensated heavily for his class action lawsuit against TARP, which was found to be in violation of many human rights laws. And then the final freeze frame is of, no, I want to do one more. And then we see one of Patrice Thimble sipping out of their cup in their office like, oh, shucks. And we see Patrice went on to become the first cabinet member of the Cabinet of Trebuchet legislation of Canada, and went on to found the NATO Trebuchet Corps
We
in
love that
2028. Then finally we see one freeze frame of a head producing smoke lying face down on the ground. Niels / Annie Violet's human frame with a microchip in the back where the wire was connected, and it just reads, Annie Violet's family was compensated heavily for the eventual death of their daughter. Niels passed away and was never heard from for the foreseeable future.
And then one for Afterthought shows up.
Delete
And then
System
we're
32.
Oh,
we
yeah,
forgot.
Afterthought.
Oh yeah, Afterthought became a banker.
Hell yeah!
And that's the end of our bonus episode.
Our 3-hour bonus
If
episode.
you enjoyed this, please, if you enjoyed this and want more of stuff like this, please donate to our Patreon. We're going to be doing another one of these bonus episodes for clearing our $200 a month goal. But after that, we need, like, if you want more of these, just donate and we will absolutely make more fun bonus episodes just like this.
Hell yeah, we will.
I hope you all enjoyed this. You can find us on social media at Trials and Trebs everywhere. If you want to chat about this or any other episode, you can join our Discord. There's links. You can find them on our social media. I really do hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun for me to run, and I hope it was a lot of fun for you to play and you, our audience, to listen to. We will talk to you whenever we talk to you next. Adios.
Bye, everybody.
Adios. What's
Adios.
an adios?
Adios? How do you say it? I'm not.
Not adios.
Bye, everyone.
Sounds like a tissue.
Bye.
Bye.